We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live!
Welcome to the Mouthpiece, episode 148. Today we're going to talk about the World Series of Poker starting on Monday. My documentary premiere Sunday night with special guests from Team Lucky, Shaun Deeb, Josh Arieh, and Daniel Weinman. We have a lot to talk about. The Mouthpiece is next. Yo, welcome to the Mouthpiece, episode 148. Big week in store. This is the weekend of weekends. Memorial Day weekend. My premiere at the South Point Hotel of my documentary, Matiso. We have pretty much, we've sold out the entire theater. So it's going to be a big thing. We're going to talk about that. We'll talk about, if you want, we can talk about the NBA playoffs, whatever else you want to talk about. But the most thing important is the World Series of Poker. As you guys know, every week, every year, I give away 1% to 5 of my 10Ks to the callers that call in and win some kind of trivia. Today, we're going to have Team Lucky, Shaun Deeb, Josh Arieh, and Daniel Weinman on. And you guys will be able to call in, ask them questions, and they're going to be deciding who gets the 1% of my 5 10Ks that I'm giving away. So, I'm looking forward to a great show today. We haven't had guests on in a while. These guys are really good friends of mine. Yeah, we battle at the felt, and we talk shit to each other. I mean, last year I wanted to rip Josh's face off, and but he apologized. And in the heat of the moment, we're all competitors. Yes, we're all friends, but we're all competitors. And I'm looking forward to competing with everybody this year at the World Series of Poker. As you guys know, I like to bring it up. I've been pain pill free since May 3rd. My body's in a lot of pain, but it's just the same amount of pain it's always been in. So, I feel really good. My brain is working at a much higher capacity than it normally works at. And that was the goal for this year's World Series. As I told you, medication cost me 1 bracelet last year, possibly 2. And I made sure this year, going into the World Series, that I'm not on Adderall, I'm not on Percocets, and hopefully that'll make the difference between winning and losing this year. So, it's something that I have spent 3 months, getting ready for. And so I really pride myself on it and how hard I work to do this. So, things are good. Things are great. We could talk about the crazy NBA playoffs the other day, and how I had Denver. You guys know that, and they lost. And now I watched that first game, the Indiana-Boston game. That was crazy how Indiana gave that game away. And Dallas up 1-0. We could talk about that later, But, this is the weekend, premiere weekend. My documentary, Matiso, will be out for mostly all the poker players, friends, family, people that have touched my life for the last 20 years, have been invited. And then we'll see how everybody likes it or don't like it. And we'll be taking reviews also from the movie documentary, and what people think, what they like, what they didn't like about it. And then it'll be out on a streaming service where all of you guys that aren't at the premiere will be able to see it. I presume it'll probably be out in a streaming service in around, hopefully within 6 months. So, we'll see what happens with that. But a lot of people don't know. Basically, the documentary touches on, what happened to me in the early 2000s, the Full Tilt fiasco, my injury, what I deal with every day. And for a lot of people, that don't really know me, it really will bring out a side that most people in the poker world know, like how I am, what kind of person I am. And so, that's, basically what it's about. I've spent pretty much all week making sure everything is perfect for the premiere. We had to go down to the movie theater. We had to watch it. We had to make sure that it fit all perfectly on the screen and there was no problems. And so I went out, bought me something nice to wear so I don't look like a schlub. And I'm really looking forward. I'm a little nervous. I know people say, Mike Madison, he's never nervous. Blah, blah, blah. I'm a little nervous because it's a lot of work. It's 2 years, almost 3 years worth of work, and I'm really interested to see what people think. But I've been preparing for the World Series. They got 4 Omaha 8er bettors in the first 10 days. And so I've been literally playing like 25-50 Omaha 8er better every day online to get my Omaha game sharp. And so we'll see what happens. I'm really looking forward for the World Series. The grind. It's like poker's tough. It's a grind. And the World Series grind is a lot of fun to me. I take a lot of pride in going up against the best and trying my hardest to battle. And it's something that it's the only time. I'm not a tournament player. Like, Shaun's a tournament player, and I'm a cash game player. So, but I love playing the World Series of Poker. I don't know what it is, but back in the days, a lot of people don't realize is, there was like 125, 200 people back in the days, the whole World Series. So you knew everybody, and it was like a family get together. Well, when you play the 10Ks, 25Ks, 50Ks, it's also kind of like a family. So you get to see everybody, you get to battle against everybody. And even when you get knocked out, there's a lot of us that have friends that are left in, and we go and sweat them at the final table. And it really is a really pretty good group of people. I'd say in the higher up levels, I'd say 80% are really good people, where in the regular poker world, I would say less than 50. So, it is a special time of year, and it is a time that we really look forward to, all of us. So
we got both of them on right now.
we're going to, we got
Josh and Shaun.
we got Josh and Shaun, okay. And I think Daniel will get, Wyman will be on if he can. And
unfortunately, Wyman is on a kayak right now.
he is on a kayak right now. All right. This is what happens when you win the main event for $10 million, you could be out on a kayak in the middle of the ocean somewhere while all of us are preparing for the World Series. So,
Yeah.
all right. So
It would be great if he got on the podcast from the kayak. That would really be good.
that would be great in the middle of the water. Hey guys, how you doing?
Yeah.
All right. So without further ado, we have two members of Team Lucky, two of my very good friends, Shaun Deeb and Josh Arieh. How you guys doing today?
I'm good, man. Just got to Vegas yesterday. This is the first time since probably I was 22 years old when I used to live in Vegas, actually being here a week early. So adjusting to the time zone, trying to get my sleep better for the tournaments, and yeah, just getting used to the dry weather here. So hopefully I don't get sick like you usually do first week of the World Series.
Yeah, well, that's kind of smart. So like, I can relate with that. So I started a week ago, going to bed around 1 a.m, waking up at 9. Unfortunately, I've got it down to where I went to bed last night at 3 and woke up at 10:30. But that's kind of like where the sleep. People don't understand, to win at the World Series, you have to be on the sleep schedule, and you got to get sleep, and that's good to hear.
What are you up to, Josh? When are you getting out here?
I fly on Sunday. Yeah, sleep is really important for the World Series. Like that's one of the biggest differences over the past few years is that I've prioritized poker and sleeping, and I was always partying and gambling, and I didn't care about I think that poker wasn't my first priority, but now like I just make sure to get a lot of sleep, and
man, you look great, man. You're working out a lot. Look at your arms, man. Jesus.
Yeah, they're huge.
I didn't know he should have told me the wardrobe was sleeveless shirts. I would have matched them.
Yeah. Go ahead and take it off, Shaun. Now,
look
Shaun's
at this shit, man.
Shaun's the one that's done really good. No, I've enjoyed working out, and yeah, but no, that's the thing that everybody's so excited. You're finally in the same city as all your friends that you talk to all year round, and so it's like you get knocked out of a tournament. What are we doing? Where are we going? Are we going to the Rhino? Are we going to get drinks? We're doing all this stuff, but that's changed for me, where getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night is my priority, and once I made that a priority, the results followed.
Yeah, and also meeting a really beautiful girl and getting married, that helps too, right?
Yeah, no, I mean she's amazing. It's just the minute she walked into my life, I just started fucking crushing, and it's definitely not coincidence. She's she's what I've been missing in my life, and it's great to have her by my side, and she's my biggest fan, and she just like roots. It's so funny when I'm in a tournament, she's like paralyzed, hitting refresh, checking out all the updates, and it's awesome, and it's huge having her support.
So Josh, I'm going to ask you one more question. Like me and you've gone back years, and you were always a cash game player. Do you consider yourself still a cash game player, or are you now a tournament player?
I don't enjoy cash, just because if cash interests me, I'm playing way higher than I can afford.
Right.
Like the games that I can afford to play are just boring to me. And I just, I don't enjoy cash. I enjoy competing, and I enjoy the rushes of, the deep tournament runs, and that's what gets my blood going. And it's not that I don't enjoy poker anymore. I enjoy competing, and I enjoy getting those deep runs, and that's what makes me tick. Playing every hand perfectly in a cash game is, well, number one, it's not possible, but number two, it's just that's just boring to me.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Shaun,
let's be honest, Josh. Hold on. I gotta fight back on that.
Okay.
You don't even come close to playing perfect in tournaments either.
I'm not trying to say that I do by any means, but in cash games, it's really important to make the correct decision every time. And there's just something about deep in tournaments where I don't get taxed the max. And
see, I think it's the opposite.
Yeah, I get taxed the max when I make a mistake. How about you, Shaun?
Oh yeah, when you fold kings on the queen high board at 08 with a bet left.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah,
That was,
I appreciate you doing that.
you
Cost
know,
me more money than yourself.
the truth of the matter is on that hand, and I talk about, we talk about like medication, right? So like I overfolded, and in the stud 8 tournament that cost me, right? And it was because, and Josh could relate with this because he used to take Adderall, right? And it sometimes makes you over focus and overthink it, and you don't want to make a mistake. And that's why I decided this year that, that if you don't have things in your body, you don't have to worry about like making those mistakes because of medication.
So you stopped taking Adderall?
I stopped Adderall 10 weeks ago.
Holy shit, good for you, dude.
I weaned off a Percocet. That was the hardest thing I ever did. And
wow, look at Mattisau growing up.
And, but I didn't know I was going to be able to wean off the Percocet because of my injury. And I'm in pain all the time. But like the same pain I'm in right now is the same pain I was in when I was taking the pain pills. And I really believe that having those medications in my body cost me at least one bracelet last year, maybe two. So,
I'll tell you, sorry to interrupt you. Like, I'll tell you the big difference that Adderall, stopping Adderall, other than the fact that it's really bad for you, is I would get, I couldn't keep my emotions at, anywhere close to where they should be to play high stakes poker. And, when things are good and you're on Adderall, your brain is flowing really good and you're thinking all this creative shit. But when you're going bad, it's really bad. And I would get really angry. And like, I would almost rage at myself. And I would start feeling numb to pain where like, I didn't care how much I would lose or how bad. I wouldn't care how bad the downfall was. And one of the best things that I've ever done for myself is stop taking Adderall. And I mean, that's really awesome of you to do that. And I think that you are going to really love the effects that it has on your life.
Yeah. And you hit it right on the nose. Like the angry, like I would be raged. I would scream at people who are really close to me. I would rage on Adderall. I'd call people names. I became a person I didn't like to be, And,
for sure.
And you hit.
Were you on Adderall when I slow rolled you then?
No, that was just me wanting to kill you. That's all. But the good news,
I gave you out for a good excuse of why you acted that way, but you didn't take it.
I know. You know what? I might have been on Adderall. I can't remember that far back. But the good news is your slow roll and your interview made the cut in my movie. So that's good. And I talk very well about you because, we're all good friends, So,
yeah, for sure. I mean, people don't understand like how well like open our community is. Yes, there's, thousands of high stakes pros, but if we don't have each other's number, we can get it in one try, and like we can communicate and deal with issues and share info and like do favors. It's crazy to have so many people to call on. Like, I always say for me, it's so weird because when I started playing poker, watching the main event, seeing Josh and David Williams and, Raymer, and now I'm friends with all three of them, So it's always so crazy for my generation to be so close with the people we grew up watching. And, it's kind of cool how inviting the older generation of you guys was to my online crew.
Yeah. So let's talk about your weight loss, Shaun. A lot of people don't know.
Who the fuck would not know about my weight loss, Mike?
Well, I mean, there's a lot
Shaun,
of people.
give him the cliff notes. Shaun.
I mean, the pros know about your weight loss, but like the people that listen to my show, maybe they don't understand why you did it and forget the money you won. But how do you feel about it, and do you feel like it's made a difference in your life?
So anyway, last year in March, I was at a final table of the WSOP circuit in Turning Stone, my original home casino where I know everyone for 20 years. My grandma used to always go there. So it's always great nostalgia. And all my online early friends, we all met up there when we were 18 years old. So one of my good friends, DJ McKinnon, took a video of me at the final table because it was this raised up stage a few feet above the tournament floor, and he zoomed into me eating some chicken fingers, and he sent it to Matt Glantz, and it was a funny video, and Glantz loved it and sent it to Josh. So Josh can't help himself but to tweet it, and Josh got some hate for it, which is always funny because it's the second time in a few months that Josh had gotten hate for posting a video of a poker player just doing their own thing. Yeah. And I told Josh, I was like, dude, don't take down the video. I find it hilarious.
I actually took it down first, and then Shaun told me, no, put it back up. It's really funny.
Yeah. And so in one of the comments about that, Bill Perkins, fresh off winning $200K off a weight loss bet versus Doug Polk, said, you've been setting me up for years. How about you have 2 years to get to 10% body fat? I'll lay $1 million to your 50K. And so I saw that and I was like, 10%, that sounds impossible. I'll never get there. I know I can't do that. Doug Polk reached out and was like, dude, you got to take off this bet. And I'm like, dude, I could never do that. I'm not going to take a bet. He's like, it's worth it. You'll be win if you lose. I'm like, no, I'm not going to sign up for a bet and be miserable for 2 years, make my marriage go to shit and ignore my kids unless I think I can win the bet. Right. So I countered with 17%. And I actually thought he was going to negotiate further. Like I thought I was going to take 15 or 14. But he accepted the 17%, gave me a year, and it was right before the World Series. So I was like, give me to the start of next World Series. Give me an extra 2 months, which I think gave me way too much time. And so obviously I booked the bet with Bill. I hired a trainer. You now know her. Both you know her, Kim, my massage therapist. Yeah. I had only been worked on by her once, like a couple weeks earlier, and I enjoyed her massage, and I knew her background with the New York Giants and sports massage. So I approached her and was like, hey, I'm thinking about taking this bet. Will you be my full-time therapist? And she's like, yeah, this sounds like the craziest thing ever. I'm the perfect person for this. So I hired her. I got a nutritionist through Chance Cornuth who had won his weight loss bet. And I got a doctor through Carrie Katz. So I had my team within 24 hours of booking the bet. And they were all awesome. Give them all the credit in the world for me winning.
But Shaun, also, you worked really fucking hard. You did what you had to do.
I was strict. Dude. I didn't work hard.
Right. Yes, you were strict. No, you were disciplined. Let's say that. You were disciplined.
Yeah.
You went to the gym when you were supposed to. Right. You went to the gym when you were supposed to go to the gym. You completely changed your eating habits. It's not something. I mean, yes, anybody can say that they'll do it for $1 million, but I mean, $1 million, number one, doesn't change your life, and number two, you went from eating, probably 4,000 calories a day to eating 1,800 calories a day. I mean, it's you're cutting yourself short. I mean, yes, you set yourself up as everybody expected you would, but at the same time, you were very disciplined and did the work that you had to do.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to describe it. I was completely disciplined. I didn't work as hard as I was capable of, doing cardio. And when I was on the road, I went to poker trips throughout the first 6 months of the bet. I didn't lift nearly as much as I should have on the road. But I kind of had the whole idea of I will try to lose a lot of weight the first 6 months, and then the next 6 months really focus on the muscle growth. So as soon as World Series of Bahamas ended, I said I wasn't going on the road to anywhere, no vacations, and I was just in the gym, 6-7 days a week, 2 hours a day lifting, plus doing my cardio at home a couple days a week, even though I was supposed to do it more. I was always ready to turn it up towards the end. And and then when I was at 22% with 3.5-4 months to go, I jokingly threw out a buyout to Perkins of $900K, and he immediately countered with $800K. And then I talked to my wife, my team, and a few other friends, including Josh, about whether to take the buyout. And one of the key reasons I took the buyout is Josh was getting married a couple weeks later, and if I didn't take the buyout, I wasn't going to his wedding. So I didn't want to miss a wedding of one of my closest friends.
Yeah. Well, I honestly think the buyout was good to take because it also takes a lot of pressure off you with 2-3 months to go before the series, and you did good. So you started out. What was your weight, and what do you weigh now?
I was 306 when I took the bet. My body fat percentage was somewhere in the low 40s. I didn't get DEXA'd for until I was 290 something. So I guess I was probably 44, 45%. And when I took the buyout, I was 211 and 22%. And right now I'm probably 215, 220. I've been on the road for the last week and a half, so I haven't weighed myself, but been playing pickleball every day for a couple hours.
I'm not gonna eat the next 5 days because I just got on a scale. I was 220.6, and I can't go to the World Series and know that you weigh less than me. I'll kill myself. Okay,
Mattis out. You can eat. Just actually go work out.
Yeah,
That's gonna be better for your broken body.
It's the opposite though. I can't work out because if I walk or do any, I can't walk more than like 150 yards because I have a spinal cord injury, and then I get this horrible pain down my leg into my foot. And so I could work out with my upper body, but I got to be very, very careful. Because I still have another disc at T7, T8 pressing on my spinal cord, and if it moves like 1/2 of a millimeter, then I'm going to need surgery again. So that's why I'm very careful with that.
Yeah, that sounds like I would just get surgery so you could actually move and be healthy. Like,
yeah,
it's so weird that I'm the health guru now, but staying where you are and being sedentary at your age for so long, and that's your outlook for the who knows how many more years, you just get the surgery done sooner than later, and be able to go to the gym and work out.
Yeah, well, I've got permanent nerve damage in my right leg, and I have a permanent spinal cord injury called myomalacia. It's like a dead spot in my spinal cord. And so what happens is that's why a lot of times you'll see me and I'm getting up out of the scooter and I'm walking around the table. I'm doing fine. And then the next thing you see me where I can't move and I'm screaming in pain. And it's just something I'm unfortunately stuck with. And in my documentary, it kind of shows it, and my doctor kind of explains it. So, listen, I'm content to what I've done, getting off the pain pills, getting off Adderall, bettering myself. I'm dressing nicer. I was 205 at last year's World Series. I put on like 15 pounds, but most of the weight that I put on was weaning off the pain pills for 10 weeks. So basically it was the withdrawal symptoms are so bad, and I was dropping down like a quarter every week. It was brutal, and I was just like kind of like sitting in my bed watching basketball and just chilling. So that's pretty much where I put the weight on. But now that
are you still betting basketball?
No, I just bet like $1,000 on a game, like just for the playoffs, just for fun. But I don't bet anything else more than that. And I don't.
How much are you going to play at the World Series this year?
Last year I played the most events I've ever played, 37, which is a lot. I'm hoping to bring that to 30 this year. I think a couple of times. What happens to me is like, and this is again why I committed to what I've done with the pills and stuff is. I really start to struggle late day 2, day 3 with my body holding up, and it's something that I don't want. I don't need sympathy or anything, but it is what it is. And so maybe this next year, I might take a little bit. What happened was getting the room and starting getting the IVs from the IV people. And getting the massages from like Shaun's therapist, it really, really helped me. Like after I started doing that, like I started caching everything and going super deep and everything, But I do know that
you were super dehydrated from the Adderall. Like you're gonna be a lot better off because that was part of the reason your body was seizing up so much.
Correct, and that's why I needed to take I started taking the IVs twice a week because also at the World Series you don't, even with the Adderall or whatever, it's tough to keep yourself hydrated and keep telling yourself drink. And so, Dan Shack recommended me to Pure IV Nevada. And when I started getting those twice a week, oh my God, it's like my brain was working at a really higher capacity, and it's going to work even higher capacity this year. So,
how much does that cost?
It's I get it because of the pain that I have. I get it with Toradol and an anti-inflammation, so it cost me $300. But if you just get the regular package, the Myers package, it's $200 a pop. So what's 200, what's $400 a week to keep yourself hydrated,
No,
and,
for sure.
and they
if
have
it helps.
vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D. They put all the shit in the IV, and I'm telling you right now, like, it makes a difference, like a big difference. And like when
Is Toradol over the counter?
No,
it's a prescribed medication.
It's a prescribed. That's a pain. That's a pain medication that helps, and it helps with inflammation and stuff. But like when we played that 25K like till 3 a.m, where we all were like dead, right? And you were lucky to hit that fucking 2-out-8 against me, or else I would have had the chips on the fucking bubble, but that's okay. But we all felt like shit, right? So like I had a person come over, that morning and give me like an IV, but I didn't realize the structure like really caught up because we had a 3-hour bubble, and unfortunately I made that mistake against you, so fuck off.
Well, it's one mistake, and
yeah,
we all make them.
We all do make them. So where did Team Lucky come from, guys?
Josh, this is all you.
Yeah. So like we started playing Fortnite we started in 2017 or 2018.
It was 2017.
But yeah, and it was me, Dan, Matt, and Shaun, and then the group grew, but we all liked playing Fortnite together, the 4 of us, because we could all be our, authentic selves and make fun of each other the most. We had the most fun playing the 4 of us, but the group got so big. So we started, so we had a group chat that it went from the 4 of us turned into like 15 people. And we ended up, we started a side group chat, and it was the original Morning Crew. And then like we all got really close, and all of us continued to get really lucky. And Shaun is the first person. Up until Shaun met me, Shaun did not believe in luck. Like Shaun, you could never convince Shaun. Like if you asked Shaun what luck was, he just didn't believe in it.
I don't believe in luck either. So, but
I've trained my kids. My kids have. You answer them, what is luck? They said there's no such thing as luck. There's only variance. Okay, that is ingrained in my lifestyle.
Me too.
And it pains me to have to admit that Josh is right, because the fact that Josh has any money, has Rachel, has anything part of his life, luck is the only way. It's not skill. It's not intelligence. It's not drive or hard work, dedication. Luck is the only way to describe it.
And I don't argue with them. But so then like all of us keep crushing, and then Glance pulls the fucking $1 million bounty.
Yeah.
And Shaun, like, I think we were sweating Dan's final table. Like the Team Lucky thing came up like before, but then like Shaun was like, no, we are Team Lucky. And yeah, it just stuck. Like I still think of us as the OMC, which is the original Morning Crew.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, we really are, dude, we have a ridiculous amount of luck. I don't know. But it's just kind of, for me, I've always thought that I was lucky because like Shaun said, I came along at the right time. I got lucky at the right time. And it's just a mindset that I've always had. And we, the 4 of us all, I don't know, we just click really good. We all have the same goals.
But let me ask you something. Like, okay, so, a lot of people, like my podcast, will say, oh, Mike's been through this. He's so unlucky. Oh, Mike's ran so bad. But let's be honest. Like, I've never made a quarter, not one quarter out of anything but playing poker. Everything I've had is playing poker. Whenever I invest in something, I lose. Okay, so I'm very fortunate, right? Yeah, I had this horrible injury. I played the victim for 5 years, but like my doctor said, you're like 60%, 70% you're going to be paralyzed, and you're not paralyzed. So I'm fucking lucky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's different types of luck in the world, but like you make your own luck. Like if you live right, okay, you treat people right, you do the right things in the world, like don't you feel like you get rewarded for that? And that's another reason why I've worked so hard.
That's definitely an aspect of it. But for me, it's more. I mean, yes, I do get unlucky here and there, and yes, I have lost 95%er. We all have, but.
Yeah.
But the thing about me is that I don't dwell on it at all. Like I truly get it out of my life and get it out of my mind just as fast as possible.
That's it.
And it's powerful. It's just a powerful presence. Just like I truly believe that I'm going to get lucky no matter what. I truly believe that. And there's a lot of people that dwell on bad luck, and it's like those are the people that
those are losers. Losers lose.
Those are people, and not necessarily, but it's just like it's people dwell on it, and the more you when you're wasting when you're wasting your brain power and your thoughts instead of having positive stuff that you can utilize going through your head, if you're sitting there, fuck, I can't believe that just happened to me. When you're wasting time on that, it's just like you've lost the battle.
No, I agree 100%. And like even everybody I talk to now that I try and help improve their lives, I'm like, what happened yesterday is gone. What happened last hand is gone. You just move forward. Like I've been doing this for 28 years. You've been doing this. I think I met you right at the same time. 1998, 97 you started?
99.
Yeah,
99.
Yeah, like 3 years after me. And so like we've both been broke a million times. We both bounced back a million times. But like when you grow up and get older, you realize you can't dwell on the past. You have to move forward into the future. And I think that's really helped me where I am today, and seems like it's helped you with where you're at today.
Yeah, I mean, it's like back to the Team Lucky thing. Like basically what it boils down to for me is like I've surrounded myself with positive role models in my life. Like these are three guys that I look up to in one way or another, and we're all like-minded. We're all looking for success. We all lack in certain areas, but like they're three guys that I just love to go to for advice, and I love rooting for them. And, as big as an asshole as Shaun is, I love the guy, and we needle each other nonstop.
Shaun is an asshole, but he's a lovable
for sure.
asshole.
But so am I. I mean, so am I. Like, I mean, Shaun shoots you straight, and, Shaun's not going to tell you shit that you want to hear, but shit that you need to hear. And there was times in my life that I was in really, really dark places. And the first fucking person to call me was Shaun.
That's good.
And it's a huge key to my success is the people that I've surrounded myself with over these past 4 years. And I mean, I'll go to war for them, and they're great friends. And they're, no matter what happens, if we all go broke and go in different directions, I can see me calling these guys and sharing the darkest details of my life and asking them for advice. It's really important to have people around you like that. And I'm the perfect spokesperson for that. Like I don't have near the talent those three guys have, but they pick me up, and they make me a much better player and definitely a much better person.
I definitely think you're the luckiest of the three. Yeah.
There's no doubt. I mean, it's everybody.
No. First off, Wyman is now the luckiest.
Yeah,
all right.
We
can't say anyone passes Wyman on the luck scale.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true.
But I was gonna say, like, we complement each other so well. Like, I've learned so much on how to be a parent and better person from Josh and Matt. Me and Dan were like super close first, and me and Matt were friends independently. Like, it's so great how the spider web of our connections go, and how close we are, and how much we really, are there for each other. And I've called Josh on some of my dumbest ideas, and Matt, and like they do so many things and they think about problems differently than I do, but I respect their thought process. And, and the best thing is we don't just give short answers. We explain our logic and theory. And I think all of us are making better decisions in our lives and in poker by our communication.
Yeah. That's really good. So
the moral of the story behind it is get people around you that care about you and that are positive role models.
Absolutely.
And yeah, it's a big change in my life.
I can't agree more.
And I do have to say that we have forgotten that there are 3 other members of Team Lucky.
Mm-hmm. 3?
Being my wife Ashley,
okay.
Josh's wife Rachel, and Dan's fiance Sarah.
Okay.
And now Matt has been on the fence whether or not to officially accept DJ as his member of Team Lucky. But we'll see at the end of the summer.
That's funny.
Yeah, there's 7 members of Team. There's 7.5 members of Team Lucky.
Okay,
Matt's so fat he's 1.5 now.
3 years ago I saw Matt. He looked great. He was dating this really hot girl in Vegas. Then last year he looked like he put on about 40 pounds. What's he look like now?
He looks more like old me than new me. Put it that way.
All right, guys, we needle Matt enough.
We do, but Matt throws in more needles than anybody. So
Matt has literally said like he knows it's my happiest to make fat jokes towards him because he ripped me apart for the last 12, 15 years. Every opportunity he had, he threw out a jab. So it's been fun to give some back. I know he's doing well, and I think he's the happiest he's ever been. His kids have been super successful. He's been doing great trading and poker when he plays. And I think all 4 of us in Team Lucky are peaking emotionally, financially, socially. Like we all couldn't be doing better than we are. And that's one thing that I think most people don't realize is when you have everything else working for you, losing in poker just doesn't fucking matter. And that's what we have all going for us. Mike, you've had your back against the wall for many years.
Yeah.
And it's you play better, but it's so stressful and it's not good for your health. And after the series, you have a crash. Like after the series, like the 4 of us will just go get together and go on a vacation and have some time together. Like we don't take it as seriously as everyone else. And I think that allows us to put in the grind that we do. And that's a key reason why we have the results that we have.
And another thing is last year was the first year I played without any financial pressure. Like I was playing with bankroll on table since 2016. Right. And just grinding and like being able to wire $250,000 to the World Series of Poker account and play. And if you get knocked out, go to the next one. It really does it really is a lot easier to play. Will you guys agree?
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
I think
Shaun's always been rich, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So is Matt.
I almost made a comment when you guys talk about how many times you went broke, and I just was like, yeah, that's never happened to me. But no, I mean, I had family money behind me. Like I had no stresses. I had a safety net from the day I started playing at 18. So like I was never worried about going broke and not being able to pay bills, not have a place to live or a car, cell phone. So like I've never had that financial stress.
Well, I was never under that stress. I mean, my parents would never leave me out in the street, but going broke sucks.
I wouldn't know. I never want to get there.
Yeah.
So I'm always going to stay married.
Yeah. Listen, I'm very straightforward. Like I've gone broke 9 times. I don't know. How many times you gone broke, Josh?
I don't know. I mean,
you don't have to say. You don't have to say if you don't want.
No, the last time I was broke was 2002. Before I came home from the World Series, I had $2,500 in bills due, and I had $2,000. And I had $2,000 to my name. Like my bankroll was $2,000, and that's when the basketball bet with my buddy David Wu, where he hit the 73 pointers out of 100, and I had bet I think I bet the whole $2,500 I had, plus I borrowed $4,000 to bet, and then we played 15-30 limit poker that night, and I won like $9,000. So that 2002 was
you
the
did
last
not win
time.
9,000 playing 15-30 limit hold'em.
I did.
300 bets.
I believe it. I used to play 20-40 limit
I
hold'em.
won 9,000,
and I won like 1,000 every day for like a week. You won 9,000 in one night?
well, we played for like 36 it was a really long session.
Wow.
But I literally went from a $2,500 bankroll to having $20,000 in like 2 or 3 days. And but that was the last time. I've always been pretty, I mean, there's different levels of broke.
Right.
Like I would always keep bill money. And you got to remember that like in 2004, when I came in third, I won a bunch of money.
Yeah.
So I've been pretty responsible, but I mean, I've lost some big numbers, and that definitely knocked me down to where I had to grind a little more.
Right.
But I've never not been able to pay bills.
Yeah, one of the things I've always talked about is like, being part of Team Full Tilt and making all that money. It made me, and I'm not ashamed of it. I mean, we were all like global superstars, and your ego gets big, and you lose track of reality. And unfortunately, I lost track of reality for a while. And when Black Friday happened and all my money was online, and all of a sudden I woke up the next day and was broke, I didn't know like what to do. So
yeah, there's definitely some Black Friday horror stories from all different sides.
Yeah,
it was pretty sad time, but I think poker's rebounded pretty well, and it's poker's in a good place.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to take some phone calls. I'm going to give away 1% to 5 of my 10Ks, and we're going to ask the callers when they call in. We're going to come up with trivia that you think that they might, they'll talk to you guys and that they might know, and then I'm going to give away 1% to if they could get the trivia right. So let's go ahead and take some phone calls.
You couldn't find a giveaway that was a little better equity than that, Mike?
Well, what do you want me to do? 1% to 5?
1%. Give away 1% of Shaun.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah.
No,
Shaun,
you don't want to do that.
Shaun, do you want to give away any 1% to any of my followers? They'll love you. No, it's okay.
No,
my wife has permission for that stuff.
He already gave away a lot of himself this summer.
Yeah. One thing I don't know, you guys have probably traded like percentage with each other and done well. I have traded with about 100 people in my life. I have paid out 100 times. I've gotten back once.
Well, I am up
that's what
most
happens
in the history of poker, probably in swaps. So,
wow.
Yeah. Last year was good.
Yeah, you had a swap with Mr.
With
Dan,
the champ, yes.
With champ. How about you, Josh? You have a swap with the champ?
I will not divulge that information.
All right. Well, there you go. That's good to hear. All right. Let's take some phone calls.
The Mouthpiece.
If you'd like to take part in our phone call segment, you can give us a call at 702-329-0480. And if you're a snowflake or a pussy and you don't want to talk to me, you can email me at mouthpiecepodcast@gmail.com. Also, follow me at the Mouth Matiso on Twitter for times that our call-in segment will be live. 702-329-0480. Give me a call if you want to win 1% to any of my tournaments. Talk to Shaun, talk to Josh. We'll get some trivia going. I'm giving away 1% to my 10K Omaha 8, my 10K Stud 8, 10K Dealer's Choice, 10K PLO 8, and the main event. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike, Shaun, and Josh.
Mikey, it's Gypsy Frank. What's up, fellas?
What are you doing, buddy?
Shit, man. Just on my way back from Jacksonville back to Atlanta. What you up to?
Just shooting the shit with my friends, getting ready for the World Series, getting ready for the documentary. And that's about it.
Awesome.
You have any questions for Shaun or Josh?
Not necessarily. I was going to see if you'd give me an easy question so I could free roll you.
Oh, an easy question? Okay.
I'll give an easy question.
Yeah.
what were the 2 hole cards of me and Mike in the slow roll hand?
That's an easy question.
You had pocket 5s, I believe, and Mike had jacks, if I'm not mistaken.
There you go.
Correct.
All right.
We got to win.
1% to Gypsy Frank. I'm going to give you pick one of the 5.
Say that again?
PLO 8, 10K, 10K Omaha 8, 10K Stud 8, 10K Dealer's Choice, or the main event.
Geez, that's a tough one. Give me a second. I guess your best game is 08, but I probably would have the most financial benefit
trust
from
your
the
instincts
main.
as the markup police. Take the 08. It's the best value.
All right, 08, let's go. I was going to ask Shaun anyway. There you go.
Yeah. All right, Gypsy Frank. You know I love you. You've always been a good fan of the show. They gave you an easy question.
Likewise, brother.
And I'm going to let you go so more people can call in, and I'll talk to you next week. Wait a minute. Frank, email your information. Oh, you already got his information. Okay, cool. All right. Sounds good. That was an easy one. I got some other good easy ones we could give out.
Which one did he take?
Omaha 8, 10K. All right. 702-329-0480. Give us a call. You're on with me, Josh, and Shaun. And you give yourself I'm giving away 4% more, 1% to 4 more of my 10K events. And you can ask them any questions. And we have a lot of people on today, so I don't know why the phone's not ringing. So the longer it goes, the less chance you have of winning. Anyway, so what do you got? Another thing we could talk about while we're waiting for some phone calls is.
I know why.
Oh, you know why? It's on you? It's on your end? Of course it is.
We got it now.
You got it now.
Be nice to Danny. Come on.
Danny is the greatest. He had a big part in the documentary, and he gets a lot of credit for it. And without Danny, you talk about people around lives. Like my life will be nothing without Danny around me. I mean, he does everything for me. He's just such a good person, And you want to talk about people who have done things like to make things better. Like Danny used to come over, do the podcast, drink 12 beers a day, and Danny quit drinking 3 months ago?
In
January, completely dry.
Good job, turkey. Danny. That's one of the toughest addictions to break, man. Proud of you.
Yeah. Cold turkey.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Mouthpiece. You're on with me, Josh, and Shaun.
Mikey.
What's up?
Josh from Minnesota, man, the package winner.
Oh yeah, the guy who you trying to win more things? I mean, you're on your way to come see my documentary, and now you're trying to win pieces of me. I mean, what the fuck, man?
Hey, number one fan. I need, I'm trying to get it all. It's Mikey or nothing,
Okay, well, I'm gonna give you an easy one. Okay. And Josh is gonna.
You're giving. Okay.
Josh is gonna like this one. Josh, ask him what hand did I fold with one bet left in the 25K horse.
That cord. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. What hand did I fold to Josh that I had the best hand?
What hand did you fold in the 25K horse?
I think the base is over there. That little the block.
Come on, man.
You're not asking me, right?
We've already said it on the show. So is it easy?
I know. I just turned the show on. I just seen you were live. I literally.
Here you go. I'll cheat. It's the second best hand in Hold'em.
It's king. 2 kings.
We got a winner.
Have a winner.
Oh, we gave that one away.
We got a winner, baby. We got a winner, Mikey. Wait till you see the shirt I just made today, too, Mike. When you see me down there.
I'm gonna give you since Shaun gave that away to you. I'm gonna give you
choice. It's the lowest EV.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the 10K dealer's choice. 1%.
No shit, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so who is Josh gonna be there for your? Who's all gonna be there at the?
Josh
the
is
big
gonna be
premiere?
there. Josh is coming with his wife and somebody else. I don't know if Shaun's going to be in town in time. He's going to try and make it.
Dude, no, Arieh is going to be there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Assuming all my travel plans go smoothly, I'll be there.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. This is going to be wild, dude. I'm jacked.
Sounds good.
All right. Well,
he doesn't sound excited enough. I think he's got to be more
I'm glad
pumped
I
up for
called
it.
in, boys. I'll
All right.
see you Sunday, Mikey.
See you Sunday. Take care.
Later, brother. Thanks, man.
All righty. 702-329-0480. Give us a call. You can talk to me, Josh, Shaun. Ask us anything you want. And we got...
So Josh got a dealer's choice, right?
Yeah. And we're going to give away 1% to 3 more. We're going to save the main event for last. We're going to see how many... Because, even though it's probably the lowest EV, it has the highest upside. So... Welcome to the Mouthpiece.
It's the dealer's choice is much lower EV than
yeah. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. It's Mike.
Hey, how you doing? This is Mike. What's going on, guys?
What's up, man? You got any questions for me, Shaun, or Josh?
Absolutely. So this whole Tom Dwan thing and him being in debt for $20 million, how is that guy even still around? I just don't understand how he could still be around with that big of a debt and people let him play. You guys are pros. Can you just explain it? Like, what's going on with that?
The numbers you hear are not necessarily the truth. I don't believe that number is nearly that high. And, people like Tom play massive stakes, come in and out of money, have different backing deals, sponsorship deals. So, and you talk to like some businessmen, they are in debt a lot to banks, but they have a lot of assets. So, I don't really know Tom's exact financial situation, but I don't think it's nearly as bad as your perception of it.
Okay, because according to Doug Polk, that's what he said. It just blows my mind. Something a debt that big would be aired, number one, and number two, he could still play. Just, I don't know, just blows my mind,
Yeah. The thing is old school people, when we owed money, it stayed on the lowdown. Nobody went public with it. I don't know, him very well to comment on it, but I presume that if things go well, he'll probably make it right. So,
Well, yeah, he got a sponsorship deal with ACR, but it's probably nowhere near anything that could help pay that off. Yeah. I mean, I know he's one of the top players the past 20 years, but it's just amazing, to hear something like that from Polk and just to see that guy playing on Hustler and stuff like that, it's crazy, Yeah.
Well, you see people win a lot of things and you think they got money, but, tournament poker, a lot of people are in makeup and playing big cash games. And, I agree with Shaun, it's, you don't really kind of have to believe everything you hear. But anyways, we're going to try and give you 1% to one of my events. I'm going to let Josh or Shaun come up with a trivia question on me, him, or Josh that you might know, and maybe win 1%. Go ahead,
Sounds
guys.
good. I'm ready.
Is it going to be a hard one or an easy one?
Let's give him a one that he could probably get, but not one like the one that Shaun just gave away.
Okay, it's basic. I'm going to let him flip a coin here. Who has more career earnings on Hendon Mob between me and Shaun?
Ooh,
I know that answer.
That's a good one. Okay, I'm not going to look this up online. I'm just going to straight up guess. I'm going to have to say Shaun Deeb.
You blew it. God, that was the biggest softball ever. If Shaun
I got it wrong.
Why the fuck would I ask that question?
Yeah, that was a great question too.
How much were you ahead? Because I don't know if I cashed for like $25K in California. I might have passed you. I know we were close.
Not enough.
Not enough. Dude, he was bragging about it on Twitter. All right.
So, Mikey, do I still get the free roll?
Nope, you don't get it. Next caller. You blew the easy one.
All right, thanks for the call, guys.
You got it.
Appreciate
Later.
It.
That was
Bye-bye.
great. That was great because I saw you fucking tweeting about it the other day, and that was fucking funny. That was great.
Yeah, I was trying not to give it away.
How much are you at right now, by the way?
I don't know, like 40 or 50,000 more than Shaun.
Yeah. But like, where are you at? Like 10 million, 11 million, or?
Oh,
We're both like low 12s.
12?
Yeah, we're both around 12.4, 12.5, something like that.
I hope I can pass you guys up this year. That'd be nice. Gotta win one. Yeah, when you win 4 in 2 years, it's fucking it moves you up the charts pretty easily. You know?
Yeah. I've had a good run.
And you know what the thing is if you played high rollers, or I played high rollers, or if Shaun played high rollers every year, like, I mean, Shaun would be right up in the top, like, you know.
Yeah, but we're not winning players in those fields. Like, yeah, we can have a lot of earnings, but we're going to be broke.
Right.
So,
it's like, but I tell people that all the time. It's like who cares, like, whose dick is bigger in the Poker Go studio? You know, I don't. To me, it doesn't matter. Poker's about playing people that you're better than. That's what poker's about. Poker, you know, it's about winning money and playing against people you're better than. That's all.
That is probably the best advice that you've given.
Yeah. All right. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. Is Mike and Shaun.
Hey, it's Brian.
What's going on, Brian?
I am heading to the World Series for the first time in 10 years.
Nice.
I am playing in the dealer's choice, and the only game that I'm not really well versed in is Badoosie. So I want Shaun or anybody there really can you kind of give me like the 1 minute lowdown on the right way to play Badoosie?
So with Badoosie, you want to play the Badoogie side first. So aim to, and it's Badoosie and Badoosie will be called a lot in that dealer's choice, because a lot of people playing that event are at least familiar with those games, and being split pot, the edges, the win rate is very high for the good players. So try to make Badoogies first, and then backdoor into a triple draw hand. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you really want to start. You want to start with deuce 3, 7 Badoogie, deuce 3 4 Badoogie, deuce 3. You must. Like, one of the biggest mistakes people make is they get deuce 3 4 7 dealt to them, right? And they keep all 4 when they, instead of the Badoogie side. Now, where a lot of people will just keep the deuce 3 4, 3 different suits, and then throw away the 7, and then try and get the Badoogie side first. Now, that all depends. If it's a multi-way action.
No one is throwing away an offsuit 7 with deuce 3 4. That is terrible.
No, I'm just saying, some people, like, if it's deuce 3 6 7, they'll throw away the 7 and play deuce 3 6.
That's bad.
But I don't know. It depends.
I do know it's bad. Yes, when you have a good 3 card and a 7 with it, especially the straight draw ones, you want to keep the 7.
Okay. Well, I did that last year, and it cost me, and everybody fucking told me how stupid I was. And
I mean, it's different if you have deuce 3 7, rainbow 4. That's a vastly different hand.
Yeah. Maybe it was I had like a deuce 3 with 2. Maybe it was 2 suit that I had, like a deuce 3 4 7 with a 2 suit, and I got crushed in the hand. Yeah,
that's a very different hand.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, and I got crushed in the hand, and I was so mad at myself, like, why I did that. It was so stupid. So, anyways, all right, let's.
So what I'm hearing is you want to make a very strong Badoogie hand and then draw to the strong deuce to 7 hand.
Correct.
That's what you guys are basically saying. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Correct.
And I guess
I want to dumb it down for you. I want to dumb it down for you. Having a Badoogie first is way better than if you have, like, everybody will look at like the deuce 3 4 7 of hearts, and I'm drawing at a wheel. Well, you can't make a Badoogie. Yeah. So, like, make a Badoogie first and then worry about your wheel, just like Shaun said. So, like, your powerful 1 card draws for 7 low only aren't near as good as drawing 2 cards to a strong Badoogie. Does that help?
Sense.
Yeah. And that
makes sense a lot.
A lot of times if you make like a 7 with like a deuce 3 5 or a deuce 4 5, you'll scoop with a deuce 4 5 3 card. you know. So, you know, it's just like when you play Badoogie, right? You get 1, 2, 3. You know, 1, 2, 3 wins a lot of hands. It's not easy to make Badoogie. So, you know, it's the same thing. So
you got a question for me? Or no?
I do. We're gonna make this. We'll make it on a scale of 1 to 10. We'll make it about a 4 in toughness. So go ahead, Shaun. You have a good trivia that he might be able to get.
Yeah, I think this is probably a 6 or 7.
Okay. Then we'll give him two. We'll give him 2 chances at it. If it's a 6 or a 7. Okay.
What was the action, the hand before the slow roll? There was a very famous hand.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, I remember the slow roll. I'm not going to get the 2% or the 1%, so that'll be all right. But go ahead and tell it to me while I'm on the line.
No, we got to keep it. We might have to give it to somebody else.
Oh, yeah, you have to, might. But hey, I appreciate y'all's.
You don't want to take
advice.
a guess?
I'm gonna.
I lost with a pretty big.
Another.
All right, you have another one. Give me another chance.
I have another trivia. Okay, so there's 2 players that have won a bracelet at every venue. At the Horseshoe, at the Rio, and at the new place, Binion's. Do you know those 2 players?
I'm going to go with Phil Hellmuth, and I am going to go with Josh Arieh.
I think he's right.
He got a winner. Good job.
I think he's right. I think he's right.
Baby,
yeah.
yes.
All right. Yeah, that's a good job. I thought that was the 2 players I was going to guess.
Yeah.
So we're going to give you 1% to my stud 8 or better. 10K stud 8 or better.
All right, that's your best. Hey, I think that's one of your best games, Mike.
It
so
is.
I appreciate it, guys.
Text Danny your info, so we on the number you called in, and
I'll do it right now. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
You got it. Have a good day. All right, that was a good one, Josh. That's a nice little trivia, and God, I got to join that group this year. Should have done it last year.
I can't ever join that group. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah. That sucks. You can't ever join that group. Yeah. He'll always have that on you. Man, Josh has a lot of shit on you, man. That's unbelievable. Just the thought process. If I say Shaun Deeb, once in a generation poker talent, the fucking Phil Ivey of the fucking late 2000s, and I say Josh Arieh has more money. Josh Arieh, same amount of bracelets, more money. Like, what? You're right. He is fucking lucky motherfucker. Like, how? Like, he's not even in your fucking stratosphere, man.
No, you're right.
I mean,
but I bring
every time I watch
X
him play
factor.
poker, I cringe.
Dude, I watched the fucking 3-8 that he got the check raise on me to get the chips in the 25K. You'd have fucking cringed. He called on 5. Every fucking card that he needed was dead. And then he calls on 6 and hits a 2-out fucking 8. Motherfucker.
Not every card.
Yeah.
Not every card.
It was like the worst call in like poker history. But it's okay. And, you know,
okay.
He went after me hard and I was pissed.
There was more bad calls. There's a lot of them.
Hey, here's a question for you I never asked you. Maybe you can answer this. You're pretty good with remembering hands, okay?
No.
So it was the hand before I lost my mind and folded those kings. We played a limit hold'em hand. I raised, it came 5-5-8 on the flop. You check raised me, it came at 7 on the turn, and I folded. Do you remember what you had that hand? It was the hand before.
I mean,
because we just switched to
I have no idea, but I'll probably just guess that I called from the blind.
Yeah, big blind.
My range, my range totally dominates your range.
Correct.
So
I just felt like
I have no idea.
I had ace king that hand, and I was calling you down, but the 7 came on the turn, and I just couldn't beat anything, and I folded. You know.
I mean, I literally could have had anything. Like
I didn't know if you could.
I totally dominate your range.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I'm going to go to say I'm going to go to say that I probably had you beat. Maybe the 7 beat you.
Yeah, that's what I felt.
Because I would expect you to call me down with Ace King. So
that's
I'm probably.
That's what I felt. And and the thing about that hand, it is a very significant hand because I know this sounds stupid, and maybe it doesn't sound stupid. Maybe Shaun will think it's not as stupid as I think. Is like I literally thought about folding this hand into Josh's big blind because I had about 4 big bets left because I wanted to get to Omaha 8 the next hand, which I could get through the blinds and give me a better chance to chop up. Because I felt like if I missed the flop or if I didn't flop well, Josh was going to check raise me with any 2 cards.
But Mike, you realize that mindset right there is not a winning mindset.
I understand, but it's also a thought process of where, like, if you check raise me and I have to call down, you see if I miss the flop, so
why don't you just check the flop then if that's your logic?
Well, I thought 5-5-8 was a pretty darn good flop for my hand.
Not against a big blind, not against a guy with 1 million chips in the big blind.
Well, yeah, that was my thought process too. I thought I missed. I didn't like any way of the way I played the hand.
Like if you're trying to conserve your stack to make sure if you have 4 big bets, you don't want to get all in with a flop check raise. You check back flop, you call. You have 1 big blind. You get to see a few hands of Omaha and stick it in and possibly triple up.
Yeah. There was a couple of key hands, and again, I don't want to make excuses. I made some mistakes, but like Josh had all the chips going to day 3, and like all of us were just fucking a mess from a 3-hour bubble, and it's pretty nice to have a lot of chips, and you sunrunned at the final table too, right?
I mean, I sunrun quite often, so but that's like
an average day of how Josh runs is your best day you've ever ran, Mike.
I know.
Yeah, no, it's for real. But like, if you think about it, I mean, I put myself in a position to pound the bubble, a pretty big bubble. I mean, how often are we going to play a 25K horse? Once a year,
right?
And I got myself into the position to where I could apply max pressure. And then now the ladders are pretty big also, and we're not playing against people that are used to, we're playing against people that don't get to play these games for this stakes quite often. So I'm going to apply max pressure.
But when we talk about lucky, right? And again, we could look back at, when Chris Ferguson hit the 9 on the river against TJ in 2000, and so many people that hit 1 card on the river that changed the course of history, right? And like, if you don't hit that 8 in that big stud 8 better, now I'm sitting at 1.2, everybody's at 400,000, and now I'm able to raise all 7 hold'em hands because nobody was.
I honestly don't even remember the hand. So
God, of course you don't. How could you not? It was the keyest pot of the tournament. Don't you remember? You fucking said you wanted me to. I almost killed you. You said we punish nits, and I'm like, you motherfucker! I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I remember 2. I remember 2 hands the whole tournament. I remember the last hand, and I remember when you laid down kings.
Yeah.
And I mean, you were right laying down the kings.
You were right
hand by reading me.
Yeah.
I remember a third hand.
You had a monster hand, but you just
stud high versus Zhao.
Yeah, you had the nut low draw with a queen.
That hand against Zhao was badass.
Yeah,
where he had 2 9s in the hole, and I called him with 2 10s. Like his board was Jack, Queen, King. That was a fucking cool hand.
It's stud or stud 8.
It was stud high, and there was like 1 holding that I could beat, and Zhao had it, and it was my finest work.
Was it 4? That was when right after I went broke, or was that?
No. This was like with 2 tables left.
Oh, okay.
I was pre-bubble.
Yeah.
It was cool. I don't remember my thought process at the time, but I remember that was cool.
Yeah, it was fun. I got that hand history from both Josh and Zhao's perspective.
Awesome.
So I enjoyed hearing both of them explain their thought process.
702-329-0480. We have 2% left to give one to my PLO8 and one to my main event. Give us a call.
I think you should just give it to us. I think you should give it to me and Shaun.
Yeah, I probably should. And
for wasting an hour of our day.
You know what? I really should. You know why? Because then I'll be a part of Team Lucky, and then fucking how they get.
Yeah, we can't accept. We can't accept.
we have a blacklist, and Mikey, there's a few names on it, and you are towards the top.
Oh man, you know what? It's what the funny thing is like, and this is where I know that Shaun used to talk about, believes in variance and all this stuff. But like in the early 2000s, like I won everything. Like I won back-to-back tournaments. I won Poker Superstars. Then I won the Tournament of Champions back-to-back for like $1.5 million. Then I final tabled the main, and and my friend, and I was, I'm not going to lie, but back then I was better than everybody else also. And, but even my good friend used to say, yeah, you're one of the best players, but you have no idea how good you're running, right? And so, you look at Robert Mizrachi won 3 bracelets in 3 years, and he just thought he's just going to show up and win more. Adam Friedman won like 4 in 4 years and 3 straight Dealer's Choice. Now last 2 years he hasn't won anything. So it's like there is variance, and like one of these days, like when there's 2 tables left, the deck's gonna fucking sun run me, and I'm gonna win. But it's coming. But you got to keep a positive mindset, man. That's really all there is to it. I surround yourself with good people, stay positive, and just keep grinding, man. And listen, Shaun, I owe you a lot of my comeback, because I don't know if you remember this, but I was really struggling about, I'm going to say 3 years ago, and I was having a terrible World Series, and you said, Mike, the main event's coming up, and your best event, one of your best events, the stud eight's coming up. Stay focused. And I won like 186,000 in the main, and got 4th in the stud 8, and literally got 3 outed for a 1.2 million chip pot to what's his name, Campbell. What's his first name from Australia? Robert Campbell. Or I probably would have won the stud 8 that year.
And I would have won here, so you fucked me there. Thanks, Mikey.
Yeah, and so but like every time you see me getting down, and you see me struggling, you've always brought me up, and I appreciate that a lot.
I try to do that for people that I know are capable of it, and poker is so, especially the World Series grind, is so much more mental than people realize.
It's all mental.
The reason why I have the results I do is because I have the right mindset every single day.
Yeah.
And I know Josh is going to sit there laughing thinking about that, but I also know that it doesn't matter how the last tournaments went. You just keep making correct decisions, good results are going to come. Yeah. It doesn't matter how many flips in a row you've lost. All that matters is the hand you play in the future. The past doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Like, Shaun, it really is. And I was telling Rachel this, that like, you're like a robot. Like, you can blow through, like we were just in Texas, and you're blowing through fucking bullet after bullet, and you mentally just play the next bullet as optimal as the first bullet. And it's the same thing at the World Series. Is like, you have to keep getting kicked in the face and bring your best game to the next event, and you definitely do that better than anybody. It's something really special that you're able to bring.
I watched Shaun have 1 million chips in the 1500 stud 8, and I was all in for one blind, 40,000, and I had trips and the 7 low draw against aces full, and I made quads on the river to get to 260, and then Shaun ends up busting like 13th or 14th, and like he took it really well. Like, he just walked away like if I had those chips and lost them, I would have been throwing fucking.
I'm pretty sure he probably
shit against the wall.
Got lucky for half. You were like,
but
oh,
he probably
and then
and Shaun probably right after that probably went and sat down in a $400 tournament,
Probably.
which is unbelievable. Like
Yeah.
the fact that he's able to do that.
Well-
So, Daniel does that really. Daniel Negreanu does that really well too.
Yeah.
Like goes from 100K to a 1500.
But he's not doing that this year. He said that he's really focusing on the bigger events.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think that Daniel's going to focus on. I mean, yes, he is going quantity or quality over quantity, whatever, however he puts it.
Yeah.
But no, Daniel wants to win, and you know, there's a big pack of people at 6 bracelets, and you know, getting a 7th bracelet, I think that, you know, any one of us, if you get the 7 bracelet, there's only like 6 people with more bracelets than you in the world.
Yeah.
So, you know, Daniel might say quality over quantity, but Daniel's butt is going to be in a chair the entire World Series, just
so
like
too.
the rest of us.
Welcome to the Mouthpieces, Mike, and Shaun, and Josh.
Hey, Mike, it's Frank again. I wanted to ask Shaun a quick question, if it's okay.
Go ahead.
So I was looking over some stats of yours. Me and Mike talked about it on the podcast earlier, you know, in other episodes about your win rate when you final table. You don't have many, you know, 7, 8, 6th place finishes. It's either busto or you take it down. And I wanted to ask, what do you think gives you that advantage? Because your understanding of like charts and, you know, your 15 to 25 big blind stack and applying pressure, being aware of other stacks behind you when you can open, when you can, like what gives you that advantage, do you believe?
So I think it is all the hands previous of that, with 2 tables left, with 3 tables left. Like, I try to give myself a playable stack and not be that micro stack that has no fold equity and you can't shove hands, like, or you can't raise hands or play them to the end. So I think that part of the reason I have such a high, you know, top 3, top 5 distribution is because I'm so aggressive and so capable with shorthanded play on the final table bubbles. And, you know, also that I understand ICM, I understand ranges, and I know player frequencies very well. Is, you know, I can tell you about, you name a random player, and I can tell you the leaks or their skills or what game they're best at. Is, I unfortunately cannot forget anything about poker. I can tell you about hands me and Josh played in a, you know, I think it was like a 2K PLO like 17 years ago, where he's limping every single hand and I late regged and he had all the chips, and like I just will never forget a poker hand of anyone I've played against.
Me neither.
So that's just like, it helps so much in those spots. And so I just have such experience and comfortability, and, you know, very rarely do the stakes matter to me. So I'm not going to be scared money ever at a final table. And everyone at the table knows that. So I'm not someone that people actively try to pick on. They're not like, ooh, Shaun's in the blinds, I'm going to raise, I can outplay him. It's like, they're going to be like Mattis was with Josh. I have ace king and limit hold'em in the cutoff and I don't want to raise it. Like, that's just, I have some of that intimidation, and that definitely helps get me some more walks than the average player.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Like, I don't want to fuck with this guy because he's going to play back and I'm going to have to play for my stack or get it in versus him, etc.
Yeah, I always had a theory that, like, to be a great no limit hold'em player, you have to have a random spaz factor, where any hand that someone plays against you, they can think that you pick up a read or you pick up a reason and go all in against them, and they're just handcuffed. And if you have that fear, they're going to not value bet as thin on the river. They're going to not raise you. They're not going to see bet as frequently, and you get to realize equity a lot more. And also, if you do end up check shoving, you have it, you're going to get called down lighter than usual. So there's a lot of, you know, added EV in that image.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Last thing I wanted to ask. So I find myself doing this sometimes, and I don't know if it's like a minus EV decision. I have a decent understanding of ICM. I've been playing online for 20 years, and we were part of a stable that, I mean, Connor Drinnens, who I thought was the best satellite player and had, I think, the best understanding of ICM that I ever seen a player have. So we had good coaching, but I find myself making decisions to accumulate stacks, like gambling a bit more and ignoring the ICM, because if I could accumulate a stack here I believe I could take this tournament down with the play style that it's having. Like, I could rape this table, essentially. Do you ever do stuff like that, or is it strictly sticking to ICM implications?
No, I there's the theory on 2+2 called Gigabit Block Theorem that was all about taking a minus EV spot for much more future plus EV spots. And now some solvers have, like, I think they call it future game, something, it's like FGS. I don't know. I forget what the S is. But it's like future game simulation. So that definitely is a component. And recognizing ICM is great. Recognizing when you need to abuse it and respect it. And also, like, listen, if you're coming out to Vegas and your goal is to win a bracelet, and, you know, the money's not going to make a big difference in your life, like, you got to decide, are you here to make money or are you here to win bracelets? And sometimes, you know, some of the members of Team Lucky, we're here to win bracelets. So, like, and Helmy is the same way. Like, he doesn't care about the bubbles as much as other people or the pay jumps. Like, he's not going to make a massive fold because the other two guys have 3 big blinds. If he wins that hand, he knows he wins the tournament 75% of the time. He's taking that shot.
Because I'm good at no limit hold'em.
Exactly. That makes a ton of sense, man. I appreciate
That's
it,
good.
fellas. It was good talking to y'all. And Josh, if you want to sell off any of Johnny Archer's debt, I'll buy it at 2 cents on the dollar.
2 cents.
Yeah, I think slide in because that's about what it's worth.
All right, take care. Good luck, guys.
Take care. Oh man, you know, it's funny you say that. You guys, I honestly have never in my life, except for last year, thought about ICM. Like, I don't even think about it. I'm just like, I'm here to fucking win. I'm not folding. Like, there was a hand where Mike Wattell raised last year. He had, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 big bets. When we were on the bubble, you were at the table, Josh, when he had this 7 3 deuce and Raz, and then, like, the ace deuce king or something 3-bet him, and Mike just put it all in, and they're like, oh, Mike's supposed to fold there because there's somebody with 1 big bet, and he's like, fold my ass. He goes, I don't give a fuck about 25K. He goes, I care about winning 900,000. You know, I don't know if you're, but like, he got a lot of like, people were saying he should have folded. He should have just called the 3-bet in case he bricked off and, you know, to the guy's king or whatever.
Well, but it's all an individual thing. It's like exactly what Shaun said. What are your goals? What are you trying to accomplish at the table? Are you know, when it's all said and done, yeah, we're all trying to make money, but there's people that are trying to win bracelets.
Yeah.
And there's spots where you just, you know, where you're giving up a little in ICM to give yourself a better chance to win the tournament. And you know, there's a lot of people like Shaun, like Daniel, that, you know,
Oh, I agree.
We want, you know, in our resume at the end of the year, and also for you, in our resume, we want bracelets. It's like Josh Arieh, professional poker player, 6 bracelets. And you know, I'll give up a little ICM, or what I perceive as a little ICM, to give myself a better chance to win the tournament.
All right, we got another caller. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. You're on with me, Shaun, and Josh. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Mike? You looking good, sounding good. What's up?
Well, not much. You got any questions for me, Shaun, or Josh?
No, but I just want to say, Shaun, congrats on the Perkins bet. Looking good. Coming to the WSOP. I know you're probably gonna have really different, different experiences, previous years. And for Josh, I'll definitely be looking on your Pocket Fives website this season. See what I'll be buying out on the market this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of it's Poker Stake now, but we have, like, right now.
Oh, Poker Stake. Okay.
Yeah, it's poker, but right now we have over 50 players selling to different World Series of Poker events, and I'm sure that there's probably going to be an opportunity to get a piece of me and Shaun and Matt Glantz, and there's great players. There's I can't even think. I know Jeremy Osmus has stuff up there. Victoria Livshitz has stuff up there. There's some really good players, and the coverage at this year's World Series will be better than it's ever been, with live streaming every day. So it's.
There's going to be a live stream every day. I didn't know that.
I think so.
Oh, nice.
I think Poker Go is live streaming something every day for 30 days straight, something like that.
Is it probably final tables, not like regular tables?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, live streaming final tables every day.
Yeah.
No one wants to see level 1 of the 50.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were thinking.
If they did, probably play that event next year.
That'll be their chance to see Mattisau, day 1 of the 1500 stud.
That's funny. All right, you want to? We have 2 more 1% to give away. You want to try and win one?
Yeah, sure. I'll get one from Deeb.
You want a question from Deeb? All right, you think he's going to give you an easy one? That's why. All right, go ahead, Shaun.
What poker player got back-to-back 9s in the World Series main event?
That's good.
I'm sorry, what?
What poker player got back-to-back 9th place finishes in the modern era of the World Series main event?
I think I know this one.
I know this one.
Was it Mike?
No.
I'm
not Josh. I don't give easy layups where we're the answers.
Thanks for the call, guys.
You got it. Take care.
Right.
Is it Mark Newhouse?
It
Correct.
It is Mark Newhouse.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's a good one. All right, 702-329-0480. I'm not going to keep these guys on much longer.
Yeah, I got to get going.
Because
pretty soon.
I got 2 1% to give away. You know, if I don't give them away, that'll be maybe I will just give them away to Josh and Shaun, because then I'll have good things going for me.
I can't accept. I cannot accept, buddy.
You cannot publicly state you were part of Team Lucky. That was part of the NDA you signed.
NDA signed. I just know that if I have that album, it'll all of a sudden the zing, the luckiness will come. But no, 702-329.
We can't do that to the poker community, because then we're going to get banned from every live tournament having action. We start letting you win, it's just game over.
I'm going to have a great year. I'm really looking forward to it. You know, the one thing you told me last year too, and again, it really helped me, is I said, well, let's take this phone call. All right, welcome to Mouthpiece. You're on with Shaun and Josh and me.
Hey, good afternoon, gentlemen.
What's going on?
Mike, I have a question for you. Is there going to be a 10-20 game after your screening?
I'm not sure. There's going to be. It's a invite only for the celebrity game. There's going to be 2 games, and then there's, I don't know what the stakes are going to be, and then there's going to be a bunch of like 1, 3, and 2, 5 games going, and depending on how many we get, I'll kind of like walk around and sit my butt down for at least a couple rounds. So that's the plan that's going for right now.
Okay, and then one more question for, I guess, all you guys. If I'm looking to take a shot at a 10-20 game in Vegas, would you recommend like Bellagio or Wynn, or I don't know if they have that going at Resorts World? What would you say? One place would be better than another for that?
Can I ask a question? Why do you feel the need to take a shot in a game that you might not be able to afford?
Good question.
I just want to kind of test my my knowledge and.
Okay, so why don't you do this? Why don't you play a game that you can afford? Like, go down, play whatever game you want to play. You're talking about taking a shot at a 10-20. Why don't you play 5-10, and if you do good in the 5-10, then take a shot? You know, why go straight into taking a shot? You know, go in. I'm all for taking shots, but for the right reasons.
You got to know where you're just blindly going to take a shot is just setting yourself up for failure. Yeah. Like play 2-5 at 4 places and figure out some of the players. Like, I don't know how long you're going to be in Vegas for, but trying to do a one-day shot is just recipe for disaster.
Yeah, just go play 5-10. If you book a winner and you're in a really good mind space, then take half the money and take a shot at the 10-20. But 9 times out of 10, taking shots blindly are not going to work. There are times when a game looks really good and you can take a shot, but a lot of times those games that look really good are actually playing higher than the perceived limit that they're playing. And so just taking shots just blindly is definitely a recipe to leave you upset, a sick feeling, and it's just not going to work. So I would say go find a 5-10 on the weekend at the Wynn, or the weekend games are always going to be better. The bigger casinos are always going to be better. But taking a shot, just playing any game, if you aren't bankrolled for that game, it just makes it so much more hard for yourself.
It's so much more stressful. You're going to not be making the decisions that this is a good show, or you should call here, but you're like, if I'm wrong, I'm out of the game. And that's when you have that scared money mentality, it's extremely hard to have a good win rate.
And when you're playing for stakes higher than you're used to, it's a lot harder to call 2,000 because you're looking at it as 2,000 instead of 20 big blinds or 200 big blinds. It's that dollar. And I still deal with that to this day. When I'm playing high stakes PLO, when it's a big number to me, I still look at it as that big number. And it's tough to convert dollars to blinds when you're playing in higher stakes than you're used to playing.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I really appreciate you guys' advice on that.
All right, well, let's let you try and win 1%. This one will be.
I got a good one.
You got a good one. This will be to my.
I got a good one.
PLO 8 or better. Go ahead.
Okay, obviously, Daniel Wyman is the main event champion this year. On his road to victory with 2 tables left, he was all in and hit a 2-outer.
Wow, that's what I was going to ask.
He hit a 2-outer on the turn. What were the 2 hands? What were the 2 holdings when he hit the 2-outer?
There were 3 holdings.
Man. Or the hand that he beat.
All right.
What did Daniel hit? What did Daniel have when he hit his 2-outer?
I know the answer.
Man. Just gonna
guess. You guess you're 7%.
Ace Queen?
No.
The hand that's like Ace Queen.
No, he had 2 jacks and the other guy had 2 aces.
No, it was jacks versus.
Oh, jacks versus queens? I knew he had jacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did I think
All right.
Well,
thank
you're
you
very welcome
for the advice, and good luck to all you guys.
You got it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I got a good next question.
Okay. Shaun's got a good next question. We got a PLO 8, 1%, and a main event, 1% to give away. You guys, we've got exactly 10 minutes to do it because I'm not keeping him on more than another 10 minutes.
Shaun, I think we might need to accept this 1% in the main.
I'm gonna have someone. I'll have anyone. Please, someone call in and save us from doing this.
Yes. Go ahead. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike, Josh, and Shaun.
Mike. What's going on, gentlemen?
What's up? All right.
Hey.
You got any questions for them, and then we're gonna let you take a shot at a 1%. Let's go.
All right. By the way, I love watching Arieh in Game of Gold. That was a great series. My question is I'm trying to grind the micros here, and I see lots. I think they're bots. They could just be GTO players, but I've never seen these perfect stat players in the micros. If they're so, is there any chance for us trying to grind the micros, or are we just
those are tough games,
or is there still a chance?
I think a lot of those bots are surprisingly beatable when you know some of their frequencies. So if you think they're bots and you have Poker Tracker or some other software, you're going to see that they oversee bet. They are too aggressive in some spots. They don't call down to this sizing. Like the bots that I've talked to people about are actually very exploitable. If you think you're against a lot of bots, you can actually make a lot of money off them knowing that they're doing what they're doing.
Okay,
Can
I
I
hear
answer
that.
this,
But what
please?
about like
Can
with
I-
AI, and now that it's getting so advanced? We got Chat GPT 4.0, and it's only going to advance. How are we going to compete that? I just don't see how it's like we're on the cusp of it not
what's your
being
name? Tell me,
beatable.
what's your name again?
Randy.
Look, you're not going to build a bankroll playing micros. It's just the way that it is. The rake, it's almost impossible to overcome rake. Yes, what Shaun is saying is correct, but you have to remember that, Shaun, these guys are novice players and they're going to have a hard time counterattacking another strategy. So I would not have the expectations of building a bankroll playing micros. Go in there playing micros as a foundation to learn the game. If you break even, great. And then take shots. A minute ago, the last caller I told not to take shots, but you want to find another place to build your bankroll, because the micros, the rake is going to be too high for you to overcome.
What's the minimum that you would play online if the micros are too low? Maybe build it live and then come back, because I do like the flexibility of online.
If you could play live, always play live over online micro.
Live is going to be so much better.
As long as you're not in a place where the rake's absurdly high, you can crush the 1-2 and 1-3 no limit games and have a very high frequency of winning sessions and build your bankroll. As long as you don't pull too much out for expenses and stuff, that's definitely your best way to go.
And then if you do get successful there, but let's say you want to play online because of the flexibility. I'm a father of 2. I like to be around my kids. I don't want to spend 12 hours. You know what I mean? So what limit, the lowest limit where you could start even potentially earning some side income?
I think that
I would
you're
go
always
tournament, not cash games for online.
Because Randy, you have to remember when you're going up in limits and playing a 1-2 cash game, I don't know what the percentage is, but a high percentage of those guys are pros that are playing 20 different 1-2 games.
Correct.
So you're playing against talent that is way higher than should be playing in a single 1-2 game.
And
building
Josh,
a bankroll in online poker is probably nearly impossible.
Not in this day and age. Like my best friend used to play 1-2 at the World Series of Poker, and he would 5-table. Okay, and he told me that he would bet 100,000 that Phil Hellmuth could never beat those 1-2 games because that's how hard they are. You know what I'm saying? And Phil, and Phil's yet to take up the bet, but we're over a 25,000 hand. We wanted to bet him 100,000 that he couldn't 5-table and show profit at the end because they're tough. These are people grinding. You know, it's easy to say, 1-2 players they don't know shit, but they actually kind of do. Yeah.
If you're trying to learn, I would say, play a little bit online, not expecting any kind of win rate. I would say study online material, but you got to do the majority of your playing. You have to do the majority of your playing live if you're going to make
or at least
money.
Play higher stakes live. That'll offset it. Okay.
Let's give him a question.
For you.
Give him a question.
What are the
PLO 8 or better, 1%?
What are the total amount of bracelets won by Team Lucky?
Oh,
I know that one.
Total amount of bracelets won by Team Lucky ever, or
ever?
Can I ask? I'm going to sound like a noob. I don't even know.
Can I phone a friend?
People.
So the members of Team Lucky
I'm going to give you one hint. Matt Glantz has 0.
Okay. So it's Dan Lyman, Josh Arieh, and myself.
Correct.
Total?
Total.
In the World Series of Poker.
Yep.
I'm
All right.
guess
We're gonna give you another lifeline because we want you to win this 1%. Okay, Shaun and Josh each have 6.
Yeah.
So now you got to know how many does Dan, the world champion, have?
I don't know either, so I'm just going to guess 15.
No.
Incorrect.
Incorrect.
Okay.
God, we couldn't have given you a better chance.
All right, guys.
All right,
I
take
appreciate
care.
it. And thanks for all the advice. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Good luck.
All right, Mike, you got one more caller, buddy.
You got it. All right, one more caller. We've got exactly 4 minutes. We're not taking questions. We're giving away 1%. If you hurry up, you get
After
1%.
leaving a message, you can hang up.
Well, forget that guy. We call them back when they miss a call, when we're on a call. All right, guys, come on. 702-329-0480. This is for 1% of my PLO 8. And then I'm going to let these guys go, and then I'll give away the main event 1%. But let's go. 702-329-0480. Let's go. All right.
Ooh, I got a good one for the next question.
All right. What's up? Welcome to the Mouthpiece.
Make it easy.
You're on with...
Well, I think it's a very famous hand. So we got a caller?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
Okay. Your question is, to prove one of the hands that proves how Josh is the luckiest poker players in the world. At the final table of the 50K Poker Players Championship, he put on a crazy beat versus this known poker pro in deuce to 7 triple draw, making a wheel versus his pat number 2. Who was that player?
Oh, geez. Marisol.
No.
I don't know the answer to that guy.
Fuck, I even forgot the answer to that one.
Caller.
Bryce
Give her let's go. Give her another question, guys. Come on.
Okay.
Go ahead, Josh.
Who is the all-time poker money leader in all of poker?
Wow.
Oh, no.
That changes all the time. I don't know.
That's some guy that won some big one, and then that's it. I don't think he's good.
Is it Jihadamo?
No, I would not. I would not.
It is
ask
someone
any
who's not a
trivia.
good person.
Yes.
I would not. I would not.
Oh gosh, y'all gonna make me look it up.
No.
Okay. No.
His first name starts with a B. His first name starts with a B.
Frog poison, but you're probably not the generation to know what that's from.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, I know. Really? Oh, I know who it is then. Wow, he's actually the all-time leading money winner now? Wow.
Yes.
He's a great poker player.
2 years.
Wow.
All right. Okay, we'll give you another easy one. How many braces does Daniel Negreanu have?
God, I was just trying to look up the other guy.
Stop cheating.
No, that's cheating.
I told you I was trying to do it. Okay. I remember his name now.
You remember? You just found it on Google finally?
Yeah, I did see it, but that helped me. His name is Bren.
Yeah, Brent Kenny. Listen, we're making another one. We're gonna make it even easier for you. Okay.
Oh God.
This is the last one. If you can't get this, we're gonna hang up. How many bracelets do I have?
How many bracelets do you have?
Yes.
You have 6.
No. You lose.
Okay.
Get off. Next caller. Thanks for calling in. Love you.
Oh wait, no, it's Mike. I thought that Josh asked me that question.
No, it was me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. I'm sorry. I thought it was Josh.
Yeah.
How many bracelets do you have?
Yeah.
You have. I don't know how many. I hope you have a lot.
Yeah.
I think you have at least 3.
Yeah. I hope I have at least 3. But thanks for the call. We appreciate it. It was answer is 4.
I tried.
It's all right. We tried to give it to you, but
I'm
it's okay.
listening to you guys, though.
We love you.
Have a good one.
Thank you so much. All right. Yeah.
All right. I take back my comment of some of your audience not knowing about the weight loss bet.
See, yeah, exactly. So, these are regular people that just love and talk about all kinds of shit. We got a bunch of callers. Let's see. You guys come up with a question. Welcome to the Mouthpiece.
Okay.
This is Mike, John, and Sean.
I got one.
You want to win a piece?
Hey, Mikey, how you doing?
You want to win 1% to my PLO 8?
I would love to win.
Okay.
1% of your PLO.
Who has the question?
I got one.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jeff.
How many players are inducted into the World Series of Poker Hall of Fame every year?
That's a good one.
2.
Oh, it was 2. It's now 1.
I'm never going to dinner. I'm never going.
You're the worst, man.
They did change the rules. It was 2. Now it's 1. You're right.
Yeah. Have a nice one. Thanks for calling. Next. Click. All right. We got to get callers. We have people
I got
calling.
the next question.
All
got the next question.
Look at Josh. He's just over there laughing. I said, we're making them easy, too, man. We're making them easy. 702-329-0480. These guys don't have all day. Let's go. We have 2 more 1% to give away. We can't make it any easier than we're making it. These are free 1% to my PLO8, my second best game, and the main event, which, if we get lucky, we can make a lot of money. Let's go.
I have a good question too. If after Shaun's, if we need another easy one.
Oh yeah, welcome to the Mouthpiece. You're on with Shaun, Mike, and Josh. Hello, lower your volume. Hello, caller.
Hi, is this me? Somebody else was.
Yeah, you're
speaking.
on.
I thought you had somebody else.
Oh,
Okay,
we
I'm
got
ready.
you.
Ready.
You ready for?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Here's the question. Now, there is no official answer. It's my own opinion. Who should be the inductee of the one spot of Poker Hall of Fame in 2024?
No brainer, Mike Matusow.
Wrong.
I agree. I 100% agree. I 100% agree.
Wrong. Josh Arieh belongs in there.
Yeah. All right.
We all do. Mike belongs in there too.
Yeah. I should have been in a long time ago, but Josh definitely should be in. All right.
Okay, one more. I got the next one.
Okay. 702-329-0480. Let's go. We got 2 more 1% to give away.
This is Stuart.
Yo, Stuart. You want to win 1% to my PLO8?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Go ahead.
Stuart, here we go. The most famous poker movie is Rounders. In Rounders, what World Series of Poker champion does Mikey McDermott play poker with at the Taj Mahal in Atlantic City?
That's pretty easy.
Oh my God, you gave me something I absolutely know. Johnny Chan.
All right.
There we go.
There you
We
go.
got it.
Finally.
Hey, you know what? I had the last 3 answers, and I was so pissed that nobody else got it that I finally called in again.
There you go.
I'm like, come on, people. One inductee into the
Thank
Hall
you.
of Fame.
Okay.
Thank you for
Mike,
getting me out of here.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Hey, you
It
know
was
what?
nice
I want to
seeing
thank
you.
real quick. I want to thank you guys. How often can I call in a phone number and talk to 3 will-be Hall of Famers in poker without question? I mean, that is. I follow poker quite a bit, and it's just I'm never going to be able to pick up the phone and talk to 3 guys of your caliber ever again in my life.
Hey, well,
thank
we
you, buddy.
appreciate it.
Make
man.
sure if you're out at the World Series and you see us, make sure you stop us and say hello.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Mikey, you got to get my info.
Yeah,
1%.
Yeah,
That's
give your
awesome.
info to Danny. Text it. Text him your number to the PLO8. And
that's a good one to have, Mike. You're good at that tournament.
Yeah,
that's a good tournament for you.
It's
really even Josh won that tournament, so anyone can win it.
Mikey, I probably walked
That's right.
14,000 steps at work back and forth in the last hour or so listening to this show and getting mad at people that didn't know the answers, and I finally called in. I can't believe I got through.
Good job.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Happy, buddy.
Leave your information. Text it to this number, and with Danny, and he'll have it for you. All right, so we have 1% to the main event left, yeah, that people don't realize, like me and Josh. Josh, remember when we used to grind the 75, 150 Omaha 8er betters?
Hello.
Hey, welcome to the Mouthpiece.
Yes.
You're on with Mike, Josh, and Shaun. We have 1% to the main event to give away. Where
I want to give an easy one. Is that okay?
No, we can't get. This is for the main event. This has to be somebody has to at least this has to be a 5 out of on the 1 to 10 scale. I tell you what, I'm gonna. Let me.
Right, I got a good one.
Okay.
How many players have 10 World Series bracelets?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Do we lose our caller?
No.
I'm here. I'm gonna go with 3.
I think it's 4 now.
No, it's 3.
It is 3.
It's Ivy, Doyle.
Ivy,
and who?
Doyle, Brunson.
You guys are wrong. You guys are wrong. Seidel's got 10 now.
With the Bahamas one?
Oh, yeah.
Seidel's got 10 now. It's 4.
Sorry,
I was right.
bad.
You guys were wrong.
I thought
How
that
great-
link, I forgot about the online one got him to 9, and then the live one got him to 10.
Correct. Yes.
How great was the old Full Tilt commercial where Eric Seidel was dealing and his bracelets are chinging? That was my favorite commercial.
Dude, that was
And Howard's giving the story where he's got the 2 bracelets and Eric Seidel's bracelets are clanking and he's like, sorry.
Yeah. No, that was great.
That was great.
There was some of those Full Tilt.
I really thought I had it, guys, but thanks for the shot anyway.
I thought
really
you had it
was
too,
3.
man.
I didn't know.
Shaun thought you had it too, but I knew the answer was 4, and I thought that was the trick part of it, was you putting in the extra one.
All right, all good, guys. Listen,
got
thanks
it.
for the shot. Kick some ass series this year. I'll be rooting for you
got
guys.
it.
Thank you.
Take it easy.
They're trying to say it's 5. No, Chan has 10. Ivy has 10. Phil.
They're probably saying 5 have 10 or more, but that wasn't the question.
Yeah, no, but Eric Frolic said that 5 people have 10, and the answer is it's not. It's 4. Right? I mean, am I missing somebody? Yeah. Ivy, Chan.
No, I think.
Oh, wait, it is 5. Doyle's got 10. Holy shit, we were both wrong.
Wait. Ivy, Chan, Doyle, Seidel. Who's the 5th?
Phil.
Phil has 17.
He says, "Who?" You asked who has 10 or more.
No,
I
he
didn't say
said
10.
10.
I said who has 10.
Oh, you did say 10. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You did say 10. You're right. You're right.
All right, boys. That's as far as I can go.
Okay, Hello? This is it. Boss caller for main event 1%. Hello, welcome to the Mouthpiece. All right.
Welcome.
I'm gonna give you my opinion. How many bracelets will me, Josh, and all of Team Lucky win this year at the World Series of Poker? My opinion, what my thought is.
Your opinion, what your thought is. I'm going to say 1.
God, you don't give us no credit. Get the fuck out of here.
1.
I had us at 3. All right. Come on, there's 5 of us. What, do you think we're just fucking chump change?
There's really 4
No.
but there's just...
If it was easy to win bracelets, everybody win them.
Yeah, but you think only 1 between five of us? I think there'll be at least 3.
I think you guys make the final table, but I think only one of you guys come away with 1.
Maybe. You might be right. But that was my opinion.
Put some on that if you want.
Give me a different one.
All right, give him a different one, guys. Give him one more chance. Should we give him another chance? He kind of like undersold us, right?
Listen, no. I'll give him a 2-part question.
Okay.
What year did I win Player of the Year, and what year did Josh win Player of the Year?
That's a tough one.
That's not easy. That's tough.
I know. That's why we're gonna give him a secondary question. It's got to be tougher.
Yeah, that's true. The Josh one is easy. I just don't remember when you won Player of the Year.
Let me think. Give me a second. When did you win?
You can't be looking it up, man.
I ain't looking it up. I'm driving.
All right, listen, fuck it. When did Josh win Player of the Year?
22? 23?
But it was 23, not 22. We can't go with your second answer.
It wasn't 23 either.
It was 2 years ago, right?
It was 21.
Oh, it's 21. Even man, the times are flying. I could have sworn it was 2 years ago. Didn't you win? Wait a minute. You won 2 bracelets last year. Didn't you win 2 bracelets the year before in Player of the Year?
I did. And I won more money in the year.
So
that I didn't
it was
win Player
fucking
of the Year.
22. Oh,
well, in 22, I won the most money of all 3 years, and I didn't win Player of the Year.
22 was Dan Zach year.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that was Dan Zach that he hit every. There, you want to talk about Team Lucky? That guy should be on Team Lucky, boy.
No. Dan's a hell of a player.
He's a great player, but he won 2 bracelets in his 2 worst events.
Yeah, I was at one of the round tables.
How do you
I
win
really
the most
enjoyed
money
this,
and not
Matt.
make player of the
I
year?
appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, we got to go.
Mike,
We need another
I
call.
don't know why I always call you Matt.
Yeah, it's all
Mike,
good.
I gotta get moving.
It's all
I gotta
good, man.
pack.
I'll give away the
Yeah, give it away on Twitter. Give it away on Twitter or something.
Hey, you guys, I appreciate you guys coming on. Do you guys have a bet with each other on Player of the Year by any chance? Anybody with Team Lucky?
Me
We're
and
not
Josh
allowed
have
to gamble.
a bet, but it's where we root for each other instead of against each other. So it could be painful.
We're not allowed to gamble with each other.
Yeah. Can I ask you guys? Can I ask you, Shaun, and Josh, one question? I know that I always considered Shaun the guy who is a once in a generation talent, one of the greatest field players I've ever seen. Do you study the solvers and GTOs like all these other people?
No,
I didn't think so. Because either does Bring Kenny, like the best players are field players, and
when it comes to live poker, there's a lot of elements where solvers can't incorporate that.
That's what I thought. I mean,
I talk to great solver players. I incorporate some of their concepts into my game and some of their ranges, but the rest of it, I just go by myself.
Yeah, that's the same. I do the same, and I know Josh does the same. But I kind of wanted to ask you because I know you've been really successful in the No Limit. So
I'm a solver guy now.
Are you really?
Yeah. Oh
No.
yeah, I study solvers.
Really?
I walk to my office. I have an office about 10 minutes down the street, and I walk to my office and I study solvers for about 4 hours a day.
Wow. So you think your No Limit game is going to be at a next level this year?
Oh, next level.
I mean, Matt Glantz says he's going to crush the No Limit tournaments this year. I asked him, "Are you studying solvers?" And he didn't give me an
Matt Glantz
answer.
is going to play cash like he always does.
He told me he's not. He says he's playing all tournaments only.
Yeah, right.
You guys know you
Can we
can't
bet?
play. You can't play both because they're two different games. You just
Matt's going to play the same 300, 600 that he plays every single year. We'll see him in about 4 of the 10Ks, and the
50K.
Hey, Josh.
And the 50K.
You were just chunking my change with the 4 hours of solvers a day, right?
I've never looked at a solver in my life.
I know. Thank you.
Mike.
I was gonna say.
No.
Yeah, I was actually gonna believe that, like an idiot.
Yeah.
All
right, buddy.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming
I'll
on.
see you next week.
Love you. Thanks for coming. I'll see you Sunday at my premiere, Josh.
I'll see you there.
And if Shaun, you can make it, you're more than welcome. All right.
I'll
Thanks,
try.
you guys.
I'll try to drag Shaun over there.
All right. Love you guys. Thank you.
See y'all. Bye.
All right, bye. All right. Real nice crowd. Highest amount of people we've had on the show in months. I owe that to Shaun and Josh. Thank you. We have 1% of my main event to give away. There'll probably be questions. I mean, we gave some pretty easy answers. A lot of people missed them. Even I missed, because I thought Josh's Player of the Year was 2 years ago. And somehow it was 21.
I want to hear about Josh golfing with Trump.
Oh, yeah. We should have asked Josh about golfing with Trump.
Yeah.
That's what we should have done. I'll have him on another time after the World Series. God, how did I miss that? Oh, why didn't you remind me?
I did. I yelled at you a couple times, but there's a lot going on.
Man, that sucks. Because Josh golfed with Trump. I'll give you a little bit of the backstory. So, Josh used to rib on me like when I was really pro-Trump. This guy's the biggest asshole. This guy's, what are you out of your mind? Blah, 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 right? And he really wasn't political, but he hated Trump. And then he got set up somehow. I don't know how it happened, but somebody asked if he wanted to golf with Trump. Oh, I know how it was. Who's the pitcher that used to pitch for the Atlanta Braves? John Schmaltz. So John Schmaltz is good friends with Josh, and he asked if he wanted to golf with Trump. So Josh said yes. And, I don't want to give out details of it because Josh told me, not to. But like somebody was saying the other day, he shot 69, and then Josh tweeted out a picture of him and Trump, and he said he shot 69 the day that we golfed together. To make a long story short, when you go golfing, you get to know people personally. You get to know a lot about them. You talk. Golfing is a pretty good way to form relationships and to get to know people. And Josh told me that, wow, this guy is the nicest guy I've ever met. We talked about everything. He truly wants to make the country great. All he cares about is the country. And so Josh's whole thought process over Trump changed, and he's probably more pro-Trump than I am now. So, but I am on board. If I think, everybody says I'm a right winger and I'm going to vote for Trump no matter what, and maybe I will, but if I think RFK has a chance, my values are, I think that a political earthquake would be to get an independent into the White House. So, like I said it before, if you gave me $10 million, I wouldn't vote for Joe Biden. So it comes down to voting for Trump or RFK. And so I,
Do you want to still take calls?
Yeah, we want to take calls. We got to give away 1% to my main event. But that rally at Brooklyn yesterday, at the Bronx, was pretty amazing for 2 hours yesterday.
Hello.
Hey, welcome to the Mouthpiece. Mike, what's going on?
Hey, Mike, how you doing today?
Good. What's your name?
Rich in Connecticut.
Rich in Connecticut. What have you been up to?
Not too much, Mike. I just wanted to know, I was going to ask all three of you, but since you're the only one that's still on the line, what's your favorite hand to play? Do you have a favorite two cards to play when you're playing Texas Hold'em?
Yeah, aces. That's it.
No, I'm saying,
No.
besides aces, kings.
No. I used to like Queen Nine of Hearts because I won a bunch of pots with it, and then I got fucking murdered with it about 10 times afterwards. So now I don't have a favorite hand.
Okay. Second question, Mike. Who do you think? I know you're talking about between the.
Whoa! We lost him. Give us a call back. Yeah, that 2-hour rally in the Bronx yesterday was amazing. Biden couldn't say what Trump said in 2 hours in the next 6 months combined. But it's it is what it is. This election is not really a person. They're both awful. It's a policy vote, and I know where my policies are, so whatever. I don't want to talk too much politics. 702-329-0480. Give me a call back. Try and win the 1% to my. He was off teleprompter for an hour and a half yesterday. Go watch the speech, Barry. Over an hour he was off the teleprompter from, and he was so funny. Oh my God, it was hysterical. Yeah. Why do you say that? You do know that they dropped the case because the FBI was found to have planted evidence in the Florida document case. Do you know that? Do you know that? Go look it up. The case was dropped because the fucking Smith planted evidence at Mar-a-Lago. So that's why the case was dropped. So, yeah, it's been dropped. Nice try, though. They planted evidence. That's how fucking much they want to get him so bad. Yeah, they did. They planted evidence. Where the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? What do you keep watching MSNBC? Anyways, 702-329-0480. I got 1% to my main event to give away. I've been on for 2 hours and 5 minutes. I don't have all fucking day. I got. I have to do something today. What time is it? 3:13. I think I got an appointment with my psychiatrist. Dude, the thing has been postponed, and it's not going to ever happen because they planted evidence on the class when they put those photos and leaked them to the press of classified documents. Those were not documents. Welcome to Mouthpiece's Mike.
Hi.
What's
Can I
up?
Try again.
Yeah. What's up?
I failed miserably earlier.
Yeah, you did. You failed miserably.
I admit it.
Yeah, that was really bad. We gave you some real easy ones too. Okay. I'm gonna let's see. Let me see.
Well, I agree with the policies though that you're talking about. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like the thing is and I don't want to be so political, but like all the things that I've been saying over the last 3-4 years about the far left, how they're indoctrinating and they have a Marxist ideology, it all came to fruition October 7th. And now the whole world sees how when they kept trying to blame, the white supremacists on the right, the white supremacists, where are they? But the crazy leftists are trying to kill fucking Jews in the streets. So, it's a pretty sad world we live in, Try not to think about it too much. So I'll give you one. What year did we start the Mouthpiece podcast?
Oh God. Oh man. I guess I should just hang up now. Let's see. I can take a guess. So you've been doing this for a while. Let's see. It's 2024. COVID hit 2020. You were probably. I don't think that would have caused it to start. It could have. Probably before that. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll just guess. I'll guess 20. I'll guess 19. 2017. That's my guess.
Yeah, it was 2018. We restarted it. But
Yeah,
thanks for
I figured it
calling
wasn't-
in. You were close. You were close.
Yeah. All right.
All
then.
right. Thank you.
Good luck.
Take care.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, I mean, we actually started the Mouthpiece podcast in 2006, but we restarted it in 2018, which is the answer I was going to give. 702-329-0480. Give us a call. 1% to my main event. 1% to my main event. And yeah, good podcast today. We have most people we've had on live in months, and I owe that to Shaun and Josh. I appreciate it very much. Maybe the document case has not been dropped, but it's been postponed because of all the illegal shit that Jack Smith did. So, but I told you guys all the indictments were all bullshit. They're going to throw him in. This fucking New York case is a complete joke. And listen, I don't like Trump. I think is he funny? Yes. Is he got good policies? Yes. Is he a fucking clown? Yes. I don't care. I mean, Phil tells me, you say bad shit about him, you're never going to be allowed to go into the White House when he wins. Oh, sure I will. I mean, I'm very good friends with Matt Brooks, the head of the Republican Jewish Coalition, but I don't say bad things about him. I just think he's a clown. Welcome to the Mouthpiece, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
What's up, my man? Who's this? Hello.
Hi, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff from Florida.
Jeff,
long-time listener, first-time caller.
Thank you, bro. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. How you been?
Oh, not too bad. You need to come around on Trump. You need to vote for Trump, I think.
Oh, I'll probably 90% going to vote for Trump. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But the thing is like and like when when Trump and Biden are both attacking RFK, right? And they'll say, "Oh, he's a radical." No, he's not a radical leftist. Okay, even Tucker's known. I mean, I'm a big Tucker Carlson fan. Like Tucker's known fucking RFK for 20 years, and he said he is the most honest, nicest person you'll ever meet. And all the shit they say about him is bullshit. And
yes, but what's this brain thing he came out with? He had a brain worm or something.
Oh, no, that was back like 20 years ago or something. Where?
Oh, okay. They just resurfaced. I heard something about it.
When somebody's a threat, they make up shit about him in the media. They send it out to all their fucking media lackeys, and then they throw it on there. That's one thing.
Right.
Is the reason why Trump's got a real shot is because of Elon Musk. He brought the 2 billion Trump's people that were suppressed off of Twitter, and he brought them back on the platform. And people now both sides. People think, oh, it's right wing. No, it's not a right wing site. It's now the right wing has a voice, where in 2020 we had no voice. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
I listen. The thing is like one thing is what Trump says is 100% right. Drill, baby, drill. Go, just keep drilling. We have all that fossil fuels, and which will bring gas prices back down to like $2 a gallon. Okay, it's absolute, and it's proven that fossil fuels are not bad for the environment. Right? It's the other stuff that is. But the left wants to make up all this bullshit and.
Right, but I hear you dogging Trump on Twitter a lot. Now Trump, I know he's a flawed human. We all are, right?
It's not that I'm dogging. I don't dog him. I just think that here's the thing, and I've said it on my podcast a million times, is all he had to do when COVID came out is put the fucking Fauci, the Deborah Birx, and Mike Pence to the COVID task force and the meetings, and all he had to do the first month or 2 months was every 2 weeks or even once a month give an address from the Oval Office saying we're all in this together, we're all going to get through this, and an uplifting message. And he would have won in the biggest landslide in history. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, he did win in the biggest landslide. They cheated. Okay? And maybe that's true. Okay? But the outlook, the poll numbers would have soared to where they couldn't have cheated. Does that make sense? Right. Instead, they had the poll numbers with Biden ahead the whole time, which if he did a good job, people were scared. I don't know if you remember, but people were scared.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember.
And instead, this fucking idiot, and I can't help myself, but like he had to come out in the task force meetings and talk about, well, the ratings of the task force meeting. Oh no, the reason why 15 million people are watching is they're scared for their life, and you're arguing with some fucking idiotic media person, and so that's what got me pissed off about Trump. Because...
No, I agree with you on that. I agree with you. He could have handled that better.
When people were scared, he needed to comfort people. Instead, it stayed, because he's the narcissist, it stayed all about himself. And and we lost that election.
Right, Mike, but here we are now, and we have Biden and Trump. Now, Biden can't even speak.
Well, I don't believe...
this guy running the country.
I don't even believe... But let me ask you something. I've insisted... And everybody on this channel knows that Biden will not be the nominee. I have said it over and over and over and over and over. Why do you think they're having a debate in June 27th? They're having a debate because...
I've heard you say that, but who else would they put?
They're going to put fucking else. Gavin Newsom or fucking Michelle Obama. It's going to be one of the two. Okay? It's just like they're going to see how he does in the debates. If he does good in the debates and his poll numbers rise up, they're going to stick with him. If he doesn't, they're replacing him. But he's going to be... I don't think he has a chance. And unless they... Now, remember, see, people... This is the only thing I don't like about with Trump agreeing to the debate on CNN with nobody in the audience. If you remember in 2016, Donna Brazile gave Hillary Clinton the debate questions. You remember that?
Yes, yep.
Okay? So, what's to say that CNN isn't going to give him the debate questions in advance? I mean,
I agree. He should never agreed to go on CNN. It should have been somebody else.
I mean, you can't go on CNN. You have to have, what you should do is you have to have like 3 different independent journalists give up the debate questions. Let's just say somebody from CNN, somebody from MSNBC, Tucker and Joe Rogan. Okay? There you go.
Yeah.
And have 4 different people asking questions. And be fair, but I think he's.
Well, what do you think about the state of the Union address? A lot of people say they gave Biden drugs or something. He actually could speak.
They definitely pumped him up with Adderall or something. I mean,
he had to be on something. He could speak like.
I mean, come on, dude. Did you see Trump's Bronx 2-hour rally yesterday? And did you see Biden with the Kenyan president? He didn't even know what questions were being asked. He couldn't answer them. It was an embarrassment. It was so. It's sad.
I was watching the Trump one until he put on the Haitian guys. Nothing against him, but I couldn't understand the guy.
But it was. Listen, as much as me and you don't like Biden, I don't give a fuck. If you have compassion in your heart like I do, I feel this is elder abuse. His wife should be put in jail. Okay, it's horrible what they're doing to this man.
Right.
And
I feel bad in a sense because he's so out of it, and they're throwing him in the spotlight.
Ted Cruz told me he's known Biden for 16 years, and he used to be a centrist and one of the nicest men he's ever met. He says now he's an angry old man that you can't even have a conversation with, And so
yes, that's true.
It's sad, it's disgusting, it's horrible for the country. I don't believe he'll be the nominee. And listen. You if you believe what I believe, that Biden's not. Do you believe Biden's been running the country?
I think he's had a lot of help behind the scenes. No, I don't.
Okay. Who do you think's been running the country?
I mean, probably there's several people. Probably Obama's behind the scenes.
Correct.
I would say.
Correct. That's my opinion too. Now we don't know this for a fact.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Now, Obama's been seen on video saying, "I would take a 3rd term as long as I'm not the front man and somebody could be my puppet and listen to me, and then I would do it, but I would never do it in the public eye." Okay, he's seen on video doing it. Okay, when he showed up for first of all, Jean-Pierre has called President Biden, President Obama 6 times. Okay, she's never worked for Obama, so how does she ever bring up Obama unless she's actually working for Obama? Okay, so if you believe that, like I do, okay, and you believe that they're running Biden so Obama can have a 4th term, okay? And
I don't know. I think if Obama runs, he can't win. I mean, if Biden runs, he can't win. He can't beat Trump this year, I don't.
If Michelle Obama runs, can Trump beat Michelle Obama?
No, that's I don't know.
Exactly.
I think so. I think but how many are going to vote for her? I mean,
well, they know they're voting for him. Even though you see, when the founders put the Constitution, you can only have 2 terms or whatever, right? They didn't think women weren't allowed to vote back then, so they didn't even. That was never put in the Constitution. See what I'm saying? So these people will do anything for power, and if it looks like after the June 27th debate, which is like a month or 2 before the conventions, they're gonna replace them. I never ever.
Okay, you got it. Let me ask you this: you have to admit this sham trial in New York is the biggest joke.
It's the biggest joke in the history. It's an embarrassment. I mean, it's an embarrassment. It's truly an embarrassment.
What they're doing, this man, the prosecutor and judge should be arrested. I think in Georgia.
Well, I didn't know this, but the judge gives the jury what they can and can basically, the judge is deciding the case to the jury. I didn't know this.
It's a circus.
Yeah, I was talking to a lawyer 2 days ago, was explaining it to me. Like 2 days ago, when the judge gave instructions to the jury, they're you can't, you have to expel this, you have to expel this, you can only do this, you have to convict or on this, or this. And so by the judge... But the thing is the judge's daughter has raised $100 million for Biden or something, or Dick 10 million or something.
It's unbelievable. If I lived in that county in Georgia, I'd be so pissed off because my tax dollars. How many unsolved murders, rapes? armed robberies are unsolved in that county.
Yeah.
And they're spending all this money to torture this man and try to put him in jail for what?
Yeah.
Because he may have paid a prostitute off? I mean, who cares anyway?
Because
right?
because they know. I'm going to tell you why. When Trump first got in, right? And this is another reason why people ask me why I'm a little bit shallow about Trump. It was drain the swamp. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And all the Washington fucking swamp who sucked up to him, because when you're a narcissist, if you tell him how great he is, then he started listening to him, right? Like, to ever bring John Bolton in is a disaster. This guy was the biggest warmonger in history. He was hated by the left and the right. Like, they bring him in, right? Like, when he wanted to build the wall, $8 billion. What a waste of money. $8 billion. These guys are fucking printing trillions every fucking 6 months, like it's quarters. Right?
Right.
Like, we could have had that whole border secure, but Trump's like, we'll do tax like first. We had all the power. He should have insisted, no, we're building the wall first. Right?
Let me ask you this: Do you think the United States is the weakest it's ever been, as far as looking at it from the other countries around the world?
Well, look at Biden on the main stage.
They look at us like we're the weakest ever.
You have a weak-looking old man that looks weak. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. We need Trump, or at least Trump. Of course, he has a lot of flaws. I agree with you.
Yes, very flawed person.
But I voted for him last time. I'm going to vote for him again, and I think we need him. And then after that, we could get this DeSantis, right, from Florida.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to be. I'm on Team Ted Cruz in 2028. I'm going to be all out to try and get Cruz
look at what he
elected.
did in Florida during COVID and everything. He let people open their businesses and
But you know what? I've gotten to know Ted. And he is truly one of the best human beings you'll ever meet.
You think he's running 24?
What? I know he is. We've already talked about it.
Or 28, rather.
So it's going to be a three-way dog. Well, here's what it's going to be. It's going to be a dogfight between DeSantis, Ted Cruz, and if Trump wins in November, whoever Trump's vice president pick is. And the person who's Trump's VP pick will have the inside track for 2028.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So.
Okay. Well, I think we need to get Trump in. You got to admit. So we don't want a World War III. We want to. We're weak right now.
We're very weak.
I never thought I'd say that about the United States. We're very weak, and all the other countries see us.
We have to listen. I'm not voting for RFK unless I see by July 1st he's polling at 24%. Okay.
Right. I was going to say, why waste your? But that's just like vote for Biden if you vote for him.
Correct.
Right.
Right.
Because it's one vote away from Trump.
But it's easy. But if everybody says that, right, they don't vote for him. But if everybody says no, I'm going to vote for him no matter what. Now all of a sudden,
win, Mike. He can't win.
I disagree. I believe he can win, and I'll tell you the three reasons why. Okay. First of all, he's polling at 16% right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants him off the debate stage? Only one person. Biden. Biden refused to allow him on the debate stage. Trump the other day said, I'll have Bobby on the debate stage. I don't care. Right? Because Trump knows that he could at least keep up with what Bobby says, and Biden won't be able to. Right? And so now all of a sudden the Democrats will have more, it's more of a threat to
Right.
But people
I don't know. I honestly don't think
people always talk about democracy. If the guy's passing all the presidential debate of there's a union for presidential debate, and he passes them all and he polls over 15%, which he is right now, he should be on the debate stage. And if he's on the debate stage, I truly believe in my heart that he will go from third to first by the end of that debate.
How is he going to take all these votes? How?
Because I think that what he says, and I follow RFK, I watch everything he says, I listen to all his stuff he says. Like, he says things that are middle of the road, right? He talks about everything. See, I didn't know, so I had to educate myself, right? I
haven't followed him, so I'm not sure.
When JFK was assassinated, right? Everything that JFK said leading up to the election that got him the presidency was everything that Trump says. He talks about the corrupt CIA, the corrupt DOJ, the corrupt FBI, right? So, they said for years the CIA took out JFK, and now they've proven it, right? And so the thing is like, what is he running on? He's running on the same things that Trump's running on, right? We've got to clean house. We got to do this, and this, right? He's running on.
Right, but I think he's too far behind. He's too far behind at this point. We're so focused on Trump and Biden right now. I don't think a third person could come in. I don't think they could.
It depends. If he gets on the debate stage, that's
well, you better hurry up and get on it then, maybe.
Well,
you know what I mean?
If he gets on the debate stage, then I think it's a game changer. And if he doesn't, I don't think he has any chance. But if they want to talk about democracy, what are they afraid of? You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask you this: do you think we'll be better off with Trump in office if he wins?
Well, anybody, you could put fucking my cat in office is better than fucking Biden. No, I'm dead serious. I mean, it's not even not even funny. It's like, it's an embarrassment. I know they're not running him. I know it's all been bullshit. That's why he ran unopposed, so they could fucking change him out at the fucking convention. There's no way they're running him. It's how can they run a guy that can't fucking walk or speak?
I don't know. I think they're running him. Don't you have a bet that they won't run him?
Yeah, and I think that's why there's never been a debate in June, 2 months before. The debates are always after the conventions.
Well, I think they came up with this debate because the early polls showed that Biden was losing. So now they came up with this CNN debate deal.
Listen, they're doing it early because they're going to see if the fucking numbers change after the debate.
He's behind in the polls, Mike. They came out with it just days before.
I understand, but listen, once they see like that, that's why I think I'm very worried that Trump's walking into a trap, because like if he knows all the debate questions in advance, right? He's going to answer them perfectly.
He could look like a fool. Yeah,
and I think Trump agreeing to this. I mean, just remember, Donna Brazile worked at CNN, and she got caught giving Hillary the debate questions against Bernie, I think it was. Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. I'm surprised he agreed to go on CNN. I wouldn't doubt it because they want him to be buried, Trump.
Yeah. So who the fuck knows? Anyways, you want to try and win 1% to my
Yeah, give me a question, but let me thank you for putting that. Last year I broke my femur, and I was coming out to the World Series, and I couldn't walk real good. So I looked on your Twitter, came up that guy's number for the scooters. So I appreciate you putting it out there. I used him last year.
Oh, yeah, he's a good guy. He's a really good guy.
Now I can walk fine, so I'm good now. But, yeah, he's a real good guy. He dropped it off. Everything was real good.
All right.
Go ahead with the question.
I'll give you.
I mean, I knew a lot of the questions that they missed earlier.
Let's see. I made back-to-back final tables last year. What event did I do it in?
You made back-to-back final tables. Wow, I was there and paying attention, too. Okay, I'm going to say the 08 was one. In the one that Josh Arieh won, you were at the final table, I think.
Nah,
seven stud.
You got it wrong. It was both of them were in 7 stud 8 or better. But I appreciate the call, and I'm gonna give him. Sorry you didn't win, but thanks for calling.
Okay, no problem. You let the next call again, and good luck out there this year, Mike. I'll be out there.
You got
good luck.
Later. Bye.
All right, take care. Bye.
All right, 702-329-0480. My back's hurting. We've been on for 2.5 hours. I need to give away this main event 1%. Give me a call, 702-329-0480.
Hello?
Welcome to the Mouthpiece, Mike.
Hey, Mike. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
This is Jay from Indiana.
What's going on, buddy? How are you? Indiana.
Pretty good.
The team that had Game 1 versus the Celtics were 99.9% to win and gave it away.
I know. It's wild. Hey, I had a question. I've been watching you guys for you particular. I had a question on the Hall of Fame. You seem to have everything all the requirements: longevity, bracelets, big cash games, tourneys, top competition. There's probably nobody that you haven't played with. I want to know what your opinion is on why you're not in there. I think you should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well, Listen, they think Josh Arieh. I mean, why? Because Josh won 4 bracelets the last 2 years. Before that, he hadn't done much. He's a good poker player. He never played the highest cash games like I did for years. And don't get me wrong, I love Josh. Good guy, great poker player.
Sure.
Look at him. When Josh Arieh walks through the hallways at the World Series of Poker, I'll guarantee you one person doesn't come up to him and ask him for an autograph. I do between 100 and 200 every day. Okay.
Yeah, I believe it.
And so that's why I believe, and and the only reason why, listen, I've made 20 final tables the last 10 years. I haven't won one, but Daniel hasn't won one before me. So
he's got 6 bracelets. You got 4.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in the running with everybody. I just don't know what the holdup is.
I mean, I should have won my 5th last year, but it is what it is, But I'm not knocking Josh in any way. But I mean, if you look at, what somebody's done for poker and been able to do, I just think that I should be in before him. So.
Yeah, I mean, you seem to have checked all the boxes that seems to be the requirements. I know they have your peers vote, but I mean, you seem well liked in the poker community.
Yeah, and that's just my opinion. And everybody has an opinion. So,
sure.
I should have been in 10 years ago.
That's what I was
the thing
thinking.
was I thought they were going to change it from 2 a year to 4 a year because the poker blow up, and they changed it from 2 a year to 1 a year. I mean, it just makes no sense. If it stays at 1 a year, I might never get in. And
that'd be tragic.
Yeah. So, but we'll see. We'll see. There's other things like I'm one of 6 people in the world, maybe, I think 6, that have made the main event final table twice. I'm the only person in the world that had a 5-minute fucking segment on SportsCenter. Okay, no poker players ever had a segment on SportsCenter. Okay, had a 5-minute segment on SportsCenter to the whole world in the height of the poker boom, right?
Right.
When I won the Tournament of Champions, Full Tilt Poker went up 28% the very next day. Okay. I mean, there's so many things that I could point to why what I've done for poker to help grow the game. And not to mention the fact that up until 2016, I played 4 and 800, 8 and 1600 for 20 years straight, So, and even now I still play high stakes, but just not nosebleeds. So
right, and your bracelets are not all hold'em; they're mixed events.
I have a bracelet in 4 different events. As a matter of fact, I was the only poker player to have a bracelet in 4 different games, and then Phil Hellmuth, once I taught him some mixed games, he's won a couple different mixed game events. So I think he's won them 4 different ones now too. But there's lots of reasons, but that's. I talk about it a lot in my documentary. So, anyway.
And congratulations on that. And thanks for taking my call. It's great to talk to you. And good luck in the series this year, sir.
You want a chance to win the 1% to my main event?
Sure.
Okay. You follow me a lot, right?
Yes.
All right. Let me give you a pretty good question. I got 5th in a big event last year. What event did I get 5th in?
Oh gosh, was it on Poker Go or something? I don't have that. I don't know.
We've been talking about it the whole time today. Couldn't give you an easier question.
Oh yeah. Well, I just jumped in, but no, I'm not going to know the answer to that one.
Okay.
But,
the answer was the one that Josh Arieh won. He got 1st. I got 5th in the 25K horse last year. So
25K horse.
Yep. All right. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling. Later.
All right. Bye.
Okay, 702-329-0480. I don't have much left in the tank here, guys. So give me a call. You want to win this 1% to my main event? If not, I might just give it out to some random person. I'm beat, you guys. Tough questions. God, how many answers? How easy you want me to be?
Hello?
Well, the Mouthpiece is Mike. What's up?
Mike.
What are you doing?
Mike from Indiana.
What's going on?
Doing good. Just watching your podcast. Getting ready to watch the basketball game.
Yeah, me too. You want to try and win 1% to my main event?
Sure.
Okay. Man, you don't get this one. You don't deserve it. I lost my beloved cat in 2022. What was his name?
Flash.
There you go. All right. So I say if you don't get this one, you don't deserve to ever win 1%.
Oh, I hear you.
All righty. Leave
that cat. I'm sitting here with my cat.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get going, but give Danny your information. Text it to him on this number, and you'll have 1% to the main event.
Okay, Mike. Good luck.
All righty. Take care.
You're looking good, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. All right. Well, this is the start of the biggest 2 months of my life. Documentary premiere at the South Point at 4:30 on May 26th. If you didn't RSVP and you didn't get an invitation, there's about 13 seats left, and it'll be first come, first serve of those 13 after everybody that's RSVP'd has gotten a seat. I can't believe we've filled 140 seats of the 153 seat theater. It's most of the people that have been part of my life, good friends, people in the documentary, podcast listeners that have won seat packages, and people have emailed us. So I appreciate that. And then we go into the World Series of Poker, event number 1, 5K Champions event, and then the 1508 Omaha 8 is the next day, and it would suck to miss that. But if I'm into day 2 of the No Limit, deep into day 2, it's okay if I miss a limit Omaha 8 1500, because the 1500s are a lot harder they're easy. They're a lot of bad dead money, but structures go up fast, and you take a lot of bad beats. So we'll see what happens. One other thing we have, if you haven't checked out my packages, I'm selling like 39% to 40%, 39% in like 5 of them, 40% in the rest to my 10Ks or higher. Markup is really, really cheap in all of them, but my 2 best games. And the main event markup is at 2.0 because I've cashed it 4 or 5 years, and that's just such a great event. And I don't really care if I sell any of it, because I have plenty of money to put up as much as I can, but I'm more than happy to hopefully sell to people 1%, like is like $120 to, or between 120, I think it's like $120, $130 to my 10Ks. Some of them are like 1.2. I also gave away 10% to all my 1500s at no markup, to all my fans, I don't know how much of that is left. You could buy 1% for $15. And so only one person can buy 1%. So you could check that out if you want to buy 1% of any of my 1500s for $15. I don't know how much of that is left. It's probably all gone. But if I don't win this year, I might never win. But I've only had 2 losing World Series in my life. 2014 when I had the injury and I thought I was something neurologically wrong with me, and there was. And 2 years ago I lost 5K. So I truly believe in myself, and I continue to win at 56 years old and in debilitating pain every day. So I'll go there, I'll battle, and we'll see what happens. You guys, thanks for tuning in. If I have a day off, we'll run a podcast. If I'm sitting in my room, Danny will come by. Maybe we'll do a remote podcast. And check out my vlogs at this station, right? YouTube.com/Mike the Mouth. I'll be having vlogs every day. Scooter vlogs, card vlogs. I'm going to do a lot more table vlogs like Daniel does. And they should be fun. And they'll be up every 2 days. So thanks for listening. Love you all. Let's do it this summer. Take care.
The Mouthpiece.